Hello, welcome back to the bottom. My name is Beast, and today we're back with Yukikoi Melt. I have not been grinding any fucking SMT5 this week. Yikes, that's gonna be fun tomorrow. Some actual potential challenge. It's nice. Anyways, fun thing that happened today. I managed to call the barber and, you know, agree on like an appointment. Was today. I don't know why I'm getting so lucky with like appointments as of late. Like that was the fucking was Sunday for my booster shot where they were supposed to tell me like, hey, you can come in like 15 minutes when the drive is half an hour. Thank fuck I could get the appointment to be an hour later instead of 15 minutes. And then the day I called the barber and was like, hey, I would like to, you know, get an appointment to get my haircut and beard cut into shape. And they were like, oh, well, can you get here in 10 minutes? I could, but I have food in the oven. Okay, so how about in like fucking 1.5 hours? Sure. So yeah, I was at the barber, had my haircut. Again, I don't get why the MC of Fuderabe is such a little bitch when it comes to barbers. Like one of the entertaining parts of going to the barber is just chatting with the barber. That's just kind of part of a trip to the barber shop. Anyways, our beteth has continued even after that. Our beteth continued even after that. She stuck to me throughout the entire day like glue, presenting one new thing after another. But after all her attempts are so random that not a single one of them managed to convince me. That said, I can sense she's serious about this, which makes me feel kind of guilty. I'm not sure how to deal with the situation anymore. Okay. Huh? What are you trying to do now? I dress Yuki as she begins working on something new before I even have time to catch my breath.
虎の子である伝説の透明度を誇る秘伝のウルトラつららに甘い味噌をつけてご提供的なあれ?
Come on, I'm not from Nagoya, so you're in for disappointment if you think I'll literally eat anything if you just cover it in miso.
三色味噌三昧的なあれじゃないだと?
Why so extreme? Why don't put miso on that?
ああ.
It's a legendary icicle, isn't it? You should treat it with more care. I want to grab the icicles, so I grab Yuki's head instead and force her to return the icicle to the bowl she had served it in.
この一品だからこそ改心するかと.
Huh? Why are you making it sound like I'm a criminal? You have a wry smile and slip under the kotatsu. Ugh, it's so warm. Come on, Yuki, jump in. Your hands must be freezing, right? Yuki follows my suggestion with surprising obedience. Or she'd just give up on her silly plan and allow us to both relax for a little while.
やはり最高。体の芯から温まっていく。
It's so nice to make you sleepy.
脱水で大変になるけど、冬漬けにするためには致し方ない。
No, you can put that icicle away. People really quench their thirst with icicles in her personal world. That said, you really never give up, do you?
冬の素晴らしさは本物だし。
Yeah, okay, but opinions are a thing. Well, I'm not even gonna try and deny that. On an intellectual level, I can understand that winter, like any other seasons, has plenty of appeal. But it ultimately depends on an individual's own personal likes and dislikes. And I do want to experience what this time of year has to offer. After all, it must be quite some if it made her this desperate to convey its beauty. But, and Be honest, now that you've spent the whole day with me, do you think someone like me could really start liking winter? What? Is that an expression of surprise or confusion?
これ、
Your phone? You want me to look at it?
これが証拠。
The evidence of what? Ah, I remember this. It's close up of my face with me looking no different from usual. But I recognize the dark scenery behind me. That was from when we were watching the icicle tray. When did you take this? I didn't even notice.
それだけ見入っていたし。
I've got to admit I was quite overwhelmed by the sight. Are you saying that's your proof?
こんないい顔するのに冬嫌いとかありえないし。
I'm at a loss for words. I can either agree nor disagree with her statement. I was got just straight up be like, listen, my issue isn't with winter itself, it's the cold. It's true that It's true that in that moment, touched by the winter's beauty, my heart did indeed skip a beat.
それに古今東西、冬の鍋が嫌いな人類などいたか、いや、いないし。
I can see this is so important to you that it even makes you resort to rhetorical questions. I'm talking with our resident authority on Hot Pot, after all. She was pretty fussy about it during lunch, too. Normally I would have found that annoying, but her control of Hot Pot was so unique, as I'm accepting everything without even realizing it. Might have been because of the Winter Club's creed to enjoy things to the fullest. It started to seep into my brain. Well, I do like Hot Pot, too. I'm too embarrassed to specify that I like her Hot Pot, but... I think you should know that crazy proclamations have exactly the opposite effect on me.
わかった、じゃあ、ご期待に応えて夜も鍋にする。
No, I don't want Hot Pot twice in one day. Moderation in all things, you know.
ほどほど。なるほど。
What? I get it!
違う
Sure, whatever you say. So that all things can make the Snow Princess embarrassed. Won't be rude to say that out loud, but the thought of it puts me at ease.
まあ、暇な先輩のためにとびきりのを考えておく。
My fucking bag is full! It almost fell! Fuck! Hold on! There's a fucking crisis! Come on! Come on, come on. There we go! Ah, fuck. Pain.
Hold on,
I forgot to read the part. What do you mean explosive? Hope you're not talking about a hot pot. No, I just said that on the spur of the moment, but as I mentioned before, I'm quite partial to them. I think I could even have one after a couple of hours. Another after a couple of hours. They're quite delicious.
当たり前だし。
This man gets nervous way too easily. I've made her blush. She's finally acting like a typical high school girl for once. Besides, I can't spend all of my time with you. I still have to arrange my room and... Oh, that's right! I've got to go shopping! Shops close early in these parts, right? Sorry, I've got to go.
あ、先輩。
What? Jump into my coat, answering her as I hurriedly coil my
ま
scarf.
だ挑戦は続いてるから。
Yeah, I know. We can pick it up when I come back. See ya.
お気をつけて。
I waved goodbye before barreling out the door. The costs really do add up. Mumble as I arranged things I bought. There's always a bunch of things you only notice you're missing after you actually start living somewhere. And I'm sure I'm still forgetting something. Your environment changes your needs. And since I don't want to live in discomfort, I've got to keep buying things whenever I realize something's missing. Well, it's me who decided to move after all. So I've got no right to complain. Well, jump up at the start when I hear a loud bang. What was that? Sounded like something hit my window. Without us having a snowball fight with my window!
Yuki だ。
Well, I pretty much expected that at this point.
ただし雪合戦じゃなくて冬らしい小粋な呼び出し的なあれだけど
It's only traditional in your head, anyways. What do you want? I've been feeling kind of guilty about what I said during lunch, and nonetheless still find myself getting annoyed at being exposed to the cold. Luckily, she is so winter-minded that she's incapable of catching that kind of nuance.
これ
Yuki hands me one of the items she's carrying. A shovel? It's one for shoveling snow, the plastic can with a large flat end.
Yes となればやることは一つわかりますね
Why the hell would I want to shovel snow at a time like this?
書きたいの
No!
縮んでるしね
I'm not shrinking. Wait, pardon me. What part of me are you talking about?
どこっていうか全身的なあれ体温を逃がすまいという
Talk about him misleading. I was already here hiding my crotch with my hands. I have to admit my sausage has indeed shrunk quite a bit due to the cold. Now it's more like fancy micro cuisine down there.
冬の申し子たるユキにはわかるそうなる理由はズバリ寒いから
Can I go back inside now?
ダメやることあるし
Jordan, there's no way I'd want to shovel snow at this time of night.
書きたいの
You already asked me that.
そういうわけで
Yuki raises the shovel up high above her head, then shovels it into a pile of snow.
鎌倉作る
What?
しかもすごいの先輩はそれを手伝う的なあれ先輩は必ず気に入るじゃあやろうユキは力ないから先輩が手伝ってくれないとできないし
This little nuisance didn't even consider the possibility that I'd refuse. She looks like a kid who's brought a ball of lint to show and tell, believing the unwavering conviction that others care about it just as much as she does. Alright, fine. At least it's better than standing still. Nonetheless, I still have a very hard time saying no to her. Thinking about it, I can't help but feel that our relationship is getting a bit unbalanced. But I can definitely see why she has become somewhat of a mascot at the Winter Club. So I somehow end up following Yuki's orders and get to work building an igloo in a snowy, dark, wet, cold, icy, freezing wasteland. Oh, he's like the best for a minute.
急いで急がないと凍え死ぬのはあなただ
Straight up, I honest to God will probably have joined the fucking Winter Club as well. Thing with me is, I hate the cold, but I do like snow. Like, I will literally just walk along and see like a bunch of snow and like shoulder height lying somewhere and just like grab and just like start kneading it in my hands. And here's the thing, I don't wear gloves. So I will literally just do that with like gloveless hands. Just stand there like kneading the snow until it's completely melted and then just like shake off and then put it back into my pocket. And I don't know why I do that. It just happens. I guess that's why they call you the child of winter. Your attitude's as icy as the season itself.
ほうブリザードジオーク寒い
Not joking around here.
あもう一回水かけてそれでまたペンペンして固めて
God damn it. So after an hour of back-breaking labor,
完成おおなんという勇士これはもはや鎌倉ではないそう鎌倉を超えた鎌倉いわばハイパー鎌倉だ
Air's annoying me a bit. All I see is a huge ass snowman with a hole in its belly.
一緒一緒これは鎌倉と雪だるまの華麗なる融合雪像作りの匠であり雪だるまマイスターでもあるユキの実力を見せつけるためにはこれくらいはやらかすべきだ
All you did was to put an the eyes and nose on the blasted thing. I'm the one who built it.
ユキの指示あっての賜物。ま、よくやった的なあれ。おかげで完成。とりあえず冷めるべし。
Start happily taking pictures of the hyperglue, but I can't bring myself to care. Over the tips of my fingers, screaming in pain. Fusion of an igloo and a snowman, even though I was only following Yuki's orders. I can't believe my two hands actually built such a cursed thing. I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised it came together so quickly, though.
どういけてる？はっつけてる？心温まる？
My heart is only dancing at the idea of going back inside. I can barely feel my arms or legs. And this thing's only fills me with dread.
感想を言うのはまだ早い。
You're the one who asked!
そういうわけで寮の中に戻る。
Huh? Really? What are you trying to accomplish with this?
そんなの決まってるし。ユキは先輩を冬の魅力でメロメロにする。
I can infer from that we're going back to the dorm. That going back to the dorm doesn't mean the end of our little escapade.
つまりこうだ。ドーン。
So much hot pot do you want me to eat? They were only inside long enough for Yuki to grab a portable stove with a pot already on it and a couple of bowls. Then she pulled me back outside and into the bowels of the hyperglue, where she immediately began preparing a hot pot.
冬といえばやはり鍋。そしてユキはザ・冬部の鍋奉行。
Yeah, that's true.
しかもそれを鎌倉の中で行う。冬嫌いとか言いやがっている先輩はこんなの初体験のはず。
Yeah, I admit it's a new experience.
いかがかな？
Well, it's warmer than I expected. I'm kind of surprised. As much as I don't want to admit it, the fact is, it's actually quite warm inside this dreadfully cold-looking structure. Of course, it's nowhere near as cozy as a heated structure, but with pillows to sit on and fire lit, it's 100 times more pleasant than the freezing cold outside. The way the right light reflects on the white snow is so pretty.
何が綺麗？
As I said, the fire reflects on the white snow and...
ユキ、綺麗。
Well, I was not gonna be you! Why do you always have to misinterpret my ways in every possible way?
よっと。
Feel some soft press against me. Yuki leans to the side, snuggling up to me. The unexpectedly soft sensation sends me into a mild panic. But wait, what are you...
ふふふ。鎌倉鍋童貞喪失おめでとう。
Don't phrase things like
ま
that.
あまあ。あとは安心して、このお奉行様に任せておけばいいし、入部記念も兼ねて、ユキがよそってあげる。
I bet she just wants to have full control of the pot. I was close. I have to calm down. I seriously reacted like a massive virgin back there. Wait, wouldn't it make more sense for us to sit facing each other?
差し向かいだと世話しづらいし、先輩は勝手によそっちゃダメ。全部ユキがやる。それが作法。
I don't mind if it means I'll be getting delicious hot
どん
pot.
と恋的なあれ。じゃあ、まずは、これとこれとこれ。はい、召し上がれ。
Plates, though. Yuki quickly packs a bunch of things from the pot and tips them into a small bowl, which she then hands to me. One of the bowl seeps into my fingertips and...
早く食べて、美味しいって言って。あ、でもそれには七味とかかけた方が美味しい。ほら。
Soft as a curves is a little distracting. Yuki's body, as warm as the ball in my hands, if not even more so, presses against me with all its curvy softness once again.
それ食べたら次はこの子。多分ちょうど食べ頃になる。おーっと、火を少し弱めて。完璧。
Why is plastic on this one so easy to rip? The fuck? Usually it stretches more before ripping. This plastic is fucking weak sauce. Surf iced tea. With the water from the fucking Alps. And again, there's nothing special here in Germany. It's fine. It's better than the one I usually have, though. You taste the peach a lot more. There's no way she's doing this on purpose. She's completely focused on her task at hand.
どうだ
I sure touched her. Yeah, she's definitely obsessed with hot pot. All she cares about right now is serving me some delicious food. I shouldn't be getting excited for no reason here. I should focus on all of my being into tasting the hot pot. It's beyond frustrating to get distracted with someone's mannerisms like this.
いい食べっぷり。ぶにょってる甲斐がある。じゃあ次は、これも食べて。汁もよそう。一緒にすすると美味しい。ほら。
Whenever she moves, her soft curves squish up against me. Yuki presses up against me even harder, as if she's making fun of my terrible attempt to stay calm. So tiny, her height and the light length of her limbs makes her look like a pipsqueak, but just what is up with those disproportionate breasts? There's no way I can ignore them. If anything, they stand out more because of her otherwise petite size, accentuating her voluptuous femininity. You can feel them clearly even through her coat, which means they must be quite sizable indeed. And with them pressing against me, I hate testosterone at the moment.
もっと食べて。どう
This coat tastes even better than usual. Yuki snuggles up against me even tighter.
ものすごい勢いですすってるし。つまり先輩はもうユキの虜。
Just join the hot
どっ
pot!
ちでも一緒。ユキは冬の申し子で、この鍋もまた同じ。
Why does she have to be sitting next to me? I mean, she could have managed to pot and served me just fine from over there, so why would she?
やっぱり二人鍋なら横並びに座るのが正解だと思うよ。うさうさもこれがいいって言ってたし。
は？
昔うさうさと初めて二人鍋した時にこうやってぶぎょってあげたらたまらないって褒められた。白雪姫の温かさが伝わってくるようだよ。寒い冬にはことさらにしみる。
What do you mean by it was like they were literally sharing warmth? And of course, Yuki got the completely wrong idea because of Press's inadequate explanation.
先輩もたまらない？
The hot pot's damn good too, isn't it?
鍋はって他なんかある？
Like seconds, please?
やった。
There's something about the way her face sometimes lights up with an enjoy despite her usual lack of expression. Does it make her that happy that I'm enjoying her igloo hot pot? In that case, well, I can't deny that this makes me happy too. Realized that in my absent-mindedness, I almost finished the entire thing already. I might be a bit late to bring this up, but aren't you gonna eat, Yuki?
ユキは自分が食べるより先輩に美味しく食べてほしいし。あ、寒くないよね。
Well, I'm stuffed to the brim with delicious hot pot after all.
先輩がいっぱい食べてくれたから、ユキもなんだかポカポカする。
And then, Yuki calls up to me again, her tone of voice slightly different from before, somewhat sultry.
ユキはお鍋食べてないのに、いっぱい食べてくれた先輩が、すごくあったかくて。
Like, I don't hear any sultriness here, I just hear tired.
途中から、それに気づいたら、ユキもたまらなくなっちゃってて。
And she falls asleep.
はぁ。
Yuki?
あれユキ、どうしちゃったの？先輩、確かにあったかいけど、なんでこんな、うっとり、ずっとくっついてたいみたいな。
She just sits there like, fuck?
で、こんなのしずりんと一緒だし、しかもしずりんの方が柔らかいし、いい匂いなのに。でも、知らなかった。男子ってこんなにあったかいんだ。ユキのお鍋、美味しく食べてくれた。先輩、もっと、ユキ。
What's wrong?
なんでもないし。
I see. I said she's acting kind of weird. Her cheeks are flushed red and her eyes are sort of bleary. Starting to feel hot just from looking at her. Wow, you really are the hot pot master of the Winter Club. You're not just good at managing and serving the food, but you can prepare it as well. Try to say the first thing that comes to mind to shift the
お
subject.
鍋自体を作ったのはユキじゃなくてしずりん。
Oh, I
ユ
see.
キお料理できないし。
Right, I've already experienced that firsthand this morning. Well, everyone has things they're bad at. Chizuri may have prepared the ingredients, but it only turned out this delicious because of how you cooked
う
them.
ん。
Speaking of which, I exchanged phone numbers with Chizuri the other day. I was thinking we should do that too.
なんで？
Happy to send her talking myself into a corner. I'm so dense. Then I also feel that I probably shouldn't reveal that to her. Ah, but I feel so embarrassed. Well, why not? Take out my phone without waiting for a reply, and I'm about to urge her to do the same. Then, hear a mysterious sound. Look up to the ceiling. I look up to see the ceiling much lower than I remember making it. And the igloo is made completely out of snow, so it's only natural for it to melt over time. At least that's what I thought for a split second, but if that's the case, wouldn't the floor get lower and the ceiling appear higher, if anything? Wait, that means...
ユキが先輩を冬の魅力でメロメロにするんだから、先輩がユキの携帯番号。
Yuki! Yes, I almost made it. I had to grab Yuki and jump out of the door just as the ceiling started caving in, but only managed to make it out halfway and our legs getting caught in the avalanche of snow. From the side, it would totally look like I just shoved you over.
でも、助けてくれた？
Half of you, at least. I think I'm stuck. Damn, I totally thought we'd make it. I'm sorry.
うん。先輩、なんかすごかった。ユキのこと抱きかかえて、力強かった。それに、やっぱり、あったかい。
Well, there's nothing to worry about. My upper half is freeze. I can call Chizuri to come and save us. We'll just have to hang in there for a little while longer. Anyways, this is why it's a good idea to know everyone's numbers. Thought it was a rather witty remark myself.
先輩、チョークは寒い。
Came up with it to try and make you feel better. A little while later. I'm so glad our paths are connected directly to hot springs, so we can use it all day. The other members quickly rushed to our aid, and they made us take a warm bath as soon as we got back inside. There was no way to retrieve the hot pot set, sort of digging it up, so we left that task for another day. Ended up using the open air bath on the first floor, but I wonder which one Yuki went to. Maybe the one in her own room.
先輩。
Oh. Saw my wet hair, I turned to see Yuki standing
や
nearby.
っと戻ってきたし。先輩割と長風呂。
While I needed to restore my body temperature to non-lethal levels, I took my time and had a good soak. It didn't take that long.
髪もちゃんと乾かしてセットし直して。復活。かわいいユキちゃん。
Sure, good for you. Suppose there's no need to worry if she's got the energy to joke around. I'm sorry about before, it's my fault the igloo collapsed, isn't it? Yuki continues staring at me, so the apology slips out before I can think about it. It seems I didn't build it as well as I thought.
部下が責任を覚えることは許さない。責任は指示を出した上官のものだし。崩れちゃったの。多分、ユキが急がせたからだし。屋根に乗せた頭の分の補強が甘かった。
But weren't we in a hurry because I kept complaining about the cold?
それに目的は達成した。先輩はユキがぶぎょったお鍋食べた。 美味しかった？
Yeah, it was more than good.
お風呂も気持ちよかった？
Well, yeah, hot springs always feel better when you're frozen stiff.
懲りずにまた鎌倉鍋する？
Well, if it doesn't collapse, then sure, I've got no complaints.
はあ、
Wait, how did the conversation take this turn? Yuki whips out her phone from her pocket.
証拠写真撮った。
Really?
代わりに2人で作ったハイパー鎌倉の写真あげるから。だから番号交換、ほら。
Oh. I don't quite follow what she's up to, but I also take my phone out of my pocket to exchange numbers with her. I'm not sure we made it together exactly, but, well, I suppose that's true in a sense.
後で送るから。ユキはこれからも先輩にいろいろ思い知ってもらうから。
That she prances away before I can reply. Is it just me or was her face really red back there? I don't like. Oh, it's unexpected, but honest to God, Yuki's currently my favorite. She's so fucking precious. I wish to protect. How come she looked so cute for a moment? I think it's about time to head back to my room. They're going through a good bath to lose all that heat by standing around. Actually, I feel like I might have spent a bit too long in there. Feeling a bit dizzy. I receive a text from Yuki just as I slip into bed and snuggled it under the covers. Just as I slipped into the bed, snuggled under the covers. The title immediately makes me smile. I can't deny the fact that our igloo did collapse. Death date today. It reads death date today. That's clickbait material if I ever saw it. I reply, yeah. Yeah, it will be missed. Night. Put my phone aside. Alright, I'll have to finish moving the rest of my things tomorrow. Should go to sleep early. I don't even have all that much stuff, but the problem is transportation. I haven't booked a moving company. I have neither time nor money to even consider that idea. Having only lived in the dome for a few months, I don't have more than a few boxes. If I could drive, I would just rent a car, but I don't have a license. So I'll have to transport my boxes by train. That means I'll have to take multiple trips. That'll probably take my entire day. All this thinking is making me thirsty. Might as well go and drink some tea. My eyes!
驚いたかい?
Mad. 3350. I don't know even why I have first vid still here. Fuck it, I'm too lazy to erase the right now. 0 32 50. Seriously, what are you doing? I entered the living room to find a peach and 2 melons casually standing among the refined interior. Seriously, just how am I supposed to react to this?
こんな格好ですまないね。
I'm sorry for my somewhat crude outfit.
ちょうど風呂上がりで涼んでいたところだ。
Listen, I'm not risking taking down the sensor when there's boobage right underneath. I hate to break it to you, but a scarf doesn't cover you like a bath towel would. Don't worry, I dried myself off before coming here. So he says. That's the last thing I'm concerned about in this situation. Without even a sliver of embarrassment, Prez lowers herself down into the kotsutsu. She crosses her legs with her boobs in full view and begins chugging down her glass of milk. Wait, that white liquid is milk, right? You know, when you're so calm, I don't even feel like you're like reacting to this anymore. Huh? Oh my apologies, I suppose this is the most appropriate outfit for a midnight snack. Usagi says. Yeah, not quite. In that case, I'll go and change, Usagi says. Ah! Quickly turn around as Press stands up. I wish she at least had an ounce of modesty. Maybe she does, but just a very distorted version. It's too hard to know for sure. Anyways, what are you doing here, Okazaki? I got thirsty and came to get a drink. There's some green tea in the fridge, right? I wouldn't recommend drinking that at night. Green tea wakes you up. I highly suggest something else. Usagi
飲むそれ
says.
に
And you should
冷
also
たいお
know
茶は
that
体
cold
を冷やして
beverages
しま
lower
い
your body temperature,
睡眠の
reducing
質
the
を下げて
quality
し
of
まう
your sleep. Usagi says. Really? Didn't know that.
あ
There
あ
we
よかっ
go.
たら白湯でも用意するが
You mean like literal hot water? Just that with nothing in it?
まあ飲んでみたまえ用意するね
Okay, if you say so. Thanks. She nods and heads to the kitchen. Feels weird to imagine this girl, the president of our club, actually doing basic errands like this. It'd be funny if she actually turned out to be the housewife type, even though I just saw her flashing her bare butt moments ago. Wait, wouldn't that make her an even better wife? I should probably stop thinking about this!
ところでなんだか浮かない顔で降りてきたけれどどうしたんだい
I have to move all my stuff tomorrow, and it looks like I'll have to make multiple trips to do it.
うん荷物は多いのかい
No, I don't have that much.
なら知り合いに頼んで車を出してもらおうか
No, I don't have that much, which makes it doable by myself, but...
なら知り合いに頼んで車を出してもらおうか
Huh? You can do that?
ああ任せてくれ後で連絡しておくよ
Are you sure it's not too late to be calling someone?
大丈夫ネットだし夜遅くまで起きてる人だから
Really? Then I'll take you up on that. Thanks. And tell the person that I really appreciate it
う
too.
んでは連絡してくるから少し待っててくれるかな
Okay, thanks. I received an OK almost right away, and I arranged to meet the Good Samaritan in front of the Yubane Hot Springs station the next morning. This works out perfectly. I'll have to make sure I don't take up too much of their time tomorrow. So the last night before my official move comes to an end. The next morning. Also, something funny that happened after my shower in the day. Basically, after my shower, I couldn't find any socks. So I basically just went to the living room, like, hey guys, hey, anyone seen any of my socks? Where are my glasses? So I just went upstairs, found my glasses again, put them on, and immediately found a pair of socks. That was just right there. Not even, like, separate, just, or hidden away, just right there. I can't understand the words you're saying, but good morning. I entered the Yuki brushing her teeth as I head downstairs to the first floor. You should finish brushing your teeth before you're trying to say anything. Before trying to say anything. You're drooling.
すいません何も思い浮かばなくて続けなくて
Say good morning isn't competition or anything? I gesture them to continue brushing their teeth, and everyone nods. Seeing them lined up shoulder to shoulder in front of the sink makes for a peaceful sight. As well, you all brush your teeth.
うんそうだよ
Imuguri, who finished brushing her teeth first, answered me as she wipes her mouth. Thought you'd just do that in your own rooms.
ああ最初はそうだったんだよでもカノンちゃんが入ってからはここで磨くようになったの
How come?
私実家にいた頃朝外を走った後にジャバーって水をかぶって体を拭いてからそのまま歯磨きしてたんですよ
What do you mean?
うんですから朝外を走るじゃないですか20キロほど
Oh.
それで外の足洗い場で蛇口ひねって汗を流すためにジャバーって水かぶってバスタオルで体を拭くじゃないですか
Just hearing that makes me shiver.
それでせっかくだからそのまま洗面所に行って歯を磨くんですよねそして着替えをする
No, wait, you must be mixing something up. Surely you change first and then brush your teeth?
いえバスタオル首に引っ掛けながら歯磨きをしてから着替えですよ
Damn, there's not something strangely manly about that.
ああ、もちろん実家じゃないので今は廊下をすっぱだかで歩いたりしませんよ。
You shouldn't do that at your parents' house either. I mean, I can't help but feel like a young woman shouldn't be wandering around in the nude anywhere, but I'll leave that part out. Perhaps I'm just more conservative and self-conscious than they are, but I don't want to accidentally make things awkward. Now that we live together, I have to pay more attention to the things I say and do.
そうなんですよね。部長の堂々とした磨き姿を見たらちょっと恥ずかしくなりました。
What does she mean by that? Exquisite? Just brush her teeth in some unique way. Well, I guess she kind of emanates her unique aura even when she's just standing there.
はい、無駄な肉のないモデルみたいな体で朝日に輝く裸体が眩しくてですね。
But why naked? Can somebody explain to me why she wants to undress all the time? Does she breathe through her skin or something?
で、部長のような素晴らしい肉体になるまで真っ裸は封印しました。
Guess you could set joining this dorm at least to help teach you some modesty.
まあ、そういうわけでそこまで深い理由はありませんよ。部長がここで磨いてたのを見て、そこから私が勝手にお供するようになって。それにユキが続いた。
そして私としずりさんも加わっていつしかみんなで一緒に磨くのが普通になっちゃった。
See, so Prez was the cause of all this. Suppose that's typical for the winter club.
岡崎くんも今度からここで磨いたら？
I might as well. I almost did in the hallways in my previous dorm too. We had a large sink, but with nothing but smelly men lined up there, it was pure torture. What's up, Yuki? Yuki approaches me and suddenly leans against me.
確認中。
Confirming what?
さあ、あと眠いし。
Alright, I can gather that you have no adequate excuse. Come on, finish brushing your teeth.
先輩冷たい。昨日二人きりの時、あんなに力強く抱きしめてくれたのに。
Why are you saying that all of a sudden?
何二人ってそういう
I don't know what kind of relationship you're talking about, but I don't remember doing anything like that.
そうなの？ひどい先輩、あんなに必死だったのに。そう、冬は人の理性を奪って大胆にする。平たく言えば、先輩は種の保存を念頭に行動したし。
No, I seriously have no idea what... Oh, you're talking about that! Well, I mean, I suppose that led me to protecting my seat in a sense, but...
心当たりあるんだ。
No, I've got the wrong idea. It's not what you think it is. It was an emergency.
狭い場所で先輩と二人的なあれ。やがて中にいられなくなって強引に外に連れ出されたし。
Yuki?
ん？
Doing this on purpose, aren't you?
未必の恋というものはとても甘美だし。
未秘？秘密の恋？どういうこと？
秘密。
You don't need to look so flustered, Himaguri.
それはノーコメントっていうこと？やっぱり何かあった的なあれ？
You're really quite a character, you know that?
し。
Himaguri, you're being played. Just look at her conniving grin.
ところで美晴先輩、今日のご予定は引っ越しですよね。お手伝いします。
Thanks, but I don't have that much stuff, so you don't really need to. Besides, Inaba already arranged for someone to help.
さすが部長、手が早いです。
そうだね。
I watched Himaguri for a while, almost able to see the cogs turning in her head.
手が早いって、まさか部長、岡崎くんのこと。
You know, Himaguri, I get the feeling that you're the real culprit here. They might have developed such a misleading way to communicate just to see your reactions.
言いがかりだ。私だってそれなりに慣れたつもりだけどさ。
Damn, if I keep teasing her, I'll totally end up on the side of the deviants. I better cut this out right now. With an exasperated sigh, I push Yuki away. She's been clinging to me this entire time. Anyway, what I wanted to say was that it might get a bit noisy in here today, but it's nothing to worry about.
はーい。
猫の手が必要ならばこのカノンさんにお声かけください。
なんならユキが先輩の部屋を冬仕立てにするし。
I'm sorry, but today is Junior's Do Nothing Day. Just sit still and behave yourselves, okay? And make sure to undermine whatever mischievous plans she's got ahead of time.
岡崎くん、待って。
Loki, you would probably feel very fucking cozy, just like cuddling with Yuki. Just imagine you're just sitting on a couch or something, just like spooning her or something. Like that would be I imagine that would be a hella cozy. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Like I don't know why, but I really like just hugging things, and I don't know why. It's fucking weird. But I'm fucking forever alone, so that doesn't really lead to anything. Pain. Goody rushes to my side as I'm putting on my scarf. What's wrong?
私も町に降りるから、ご一緒します。
But you suddenly start mumbling on the later half.
カノンちゃんとかに言うノリで言っちゃったから、なんか慣れ慣れしいかなって。
Come on, we're classmates. You shouldn't worry about stuff like that.
だね。
Pull up my scarf to hide the fact that my lips curl up in response to her sudden endearing smile.
それじゃあ早速行きますか。
Yeah. Banishing the awkward air between us, with quick action, Himaguri springs forward. You dropped the hand warmer again. Here you go.
ありがとう。
Got to make sure they're stuck properly.
ちょっと慌ててて。
That's too loose, too many.
慌てて。
What?
違う、そうじゃなくて、慌てていた。慌ててたんだよ。というか、もう、よくわかんないよ。
You're just begging for this to tease you, aren't you? It's written all over your face.
心底嬉しくない。
Oh yeah, you said you were going down to a town earlier.
変ですか?
An awkward silence spreads between us as we sit next to each other in the cable car, so I figured I'd better come up with something to say. No, not necessarily, just thought it sounds like you're used to this place, that it's affecting your vocabulary. You're getting so used to this place that it's affecting your vocabulary. That's pretty cool.
ああ、住んで1年以上になるしね。
Despite that, you still let out juniors play around with you.
そんなことないよ。だいぶ分かってきたよ。
Okay, say that again, this time without putting on airs.
そんなことないよ。時々分かることもあるよ。
One more time, just your honest feelings this time.
まぐれで分かる時もあるけど、ほぼ先輩です。
Okay, that sounds about right.
いい笑顔で親指立てないで。
Damn, you're just too much fun. You're like one of those wobbly toys that just bounces right back every time someone pokes it.
岡崎くん。ね。
Hush.
あ、いや、これはその妹たちにするのと同じノリでつい。
Scarlet floods Himaguri's cheeks, spreading all the way to her ears as she casts her gaze down. Why she always overreacts makes me want to overdo things sometimes. Have to be careful with this. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That break was way too fucking long. So, are you going shopping?
ペットシーツとかいろいろ買い出し。
Peddler. So animals doing their business out indoors, right? I remember seeing any pets in the dorm. Is this for Josephine?
違うよ。そもそもあの子はペットじゃないし、ミスミ先生用のだよ。
What? Huh? Imiguri, did you really just say that?
だから違うって。ペットはペットでも、先生がペットっていうわけじゃなくて。
As you mentioned it, that woman is all over the place. She sleeps when she wants and eats when she wants. So yeah, absorbent pet litter might be exactly what she needs. That said, we're talking about an adult woman and one almost in her 30s at that.
最近で一番の優しい笑顔。ありがとう。でも、全面的に誤解だからね。
And what is it for?
何って説明しづらいんだけど。とにかく必要なの。
See, you can't even bring yourself to put it into words.
いや、違わない気もするけれど。でも説明するのは。
Sounds like something that's hard to talk about. But I suppose it's not something I should be prying into to begin with. But I have to confess I'm curious. Awkward silence returns to the car as I force my mouth closed. Well, spending some time in silence isn't so bad for a change.
それでね、岡崎くん？私って、いじってオーラ、出てるの？
Yeah, even now it's glowing with the most radiant light I've ever seen.
太陽みたいだね。
And it's shimmering in all 7 colors of the rainbow.
レインボーだった？
Of course not. What, did he think it was true? You're hilarious.
笑いすぎだって。
Ah, my stomach, that came out of nowhere. Yukikoi puffs up her cheeks and looks away as I crease with laughter. She bumps her shoulder into mine, still looking away. Her gentle protest makes her feel kind of shy for a moment and then end up falling back into silence.
何かあったのかね?
Frez has been waiting at the station to certain confusion, sensing the awkward air between us.
岡崎くんがひどかったんです。
Yes, this time I'm well aware it's my fault, so I'll make no excuses.
とかく、二人の中で折り合いがついているのなら良いのだが。
はい、大丈夫です。
Feel a subtle hint of an underlying message in that vague reply. I turn it with a look, assuring I won't say anything to Prez. Prez, is that the car you were talking about? The truck behind you?
そうだ。これだけあれば荷物は運べるだろ?
Yes, more than enough, in fact. Thanks so much.
そろそろ朝のタイムセールの時間なので、私行ってきます。
気をつけてね。
See ya. Fuck! Himiguri waves goodbye and hurries away, doing her best to disguise the fact she almost tripped.
さて、我々も行こうか。
Yes, though I'd like to thank and introduce myself to the owner of the car first, if possible.
それは私からよく伝えておこう。
She's not here. Who's gonna drive it then?
もちろん私がするよ。安心したまえ。ちゃんと免許は持っている。
Alright, in that case, I'll leave it to you.
それでは、あまりここに止めているのも迷惑だから、早々に出るとしよう。
That's true, okay. With that, I climb into the passenger seat. Whose car is this anyway?
いとこの仕事の車だよ。今は海洋調査に出ているから、気兼ねなく使ってくれとのことだ。
Oh, oceanographic? That sounds pretty fancy.
本人は海に潜って、プランクトンや泥と戯れるだけの仕事だと言ってるがね。だが、一度出ると1週間以上戻ってこないこともある仕事だからね。そういう。
Oops. You take care of it? What do you mean?
車というものは乗らないとダメになるのが早いんだ。そうだな。簡単に言えば、車にとってのオイルは人間にとって血液のようなものなのさ。巡らせないといろいろとまずいだろ。他にも。
So this educating conversation continues until we reach the boys' dorm. Surprisingly fun to listen to a lecture that didn't contain a hint of sarcasm for once. Made me realize that we don't have many opportunities to have laid-back conversations like this, so it all feels very new and fresh. Just before noon, after Loading my boxes into the vehicle, we return to the station and take a short break. Prez checks the cargo as I sip a hot lemon tea. Some wrong?
ああ、荷物が落ちてないかチェックをね。うん、大丈夫そうだ。
Because he said something about hot lemon tea, I've got the fucking song stuck in my head. Just another lemon tree, however the fuck it's called. I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday told about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. Why is that song so oddly good? Feel kind of guilty making her do everything. Maybe I can at least get her something to drink. Would you like something to drink too, Prez?
ああ、悪いね。
He just grabs his tea. Then Prez takes the bottle from my hand and... Oh.
ありがとう。
Ah, sure. And she simply hands the bottle back to me. That I definitely wasn't prepared for.
やはり温かい飲み物はいいね。五臓六腑が湧くね。ん？あれ、飲んじゃダメだったかな？
No, everything's fine. I let go of the water in my pocket and pull out the bottle cap instead, screwing it back into place. I'm not sure to what extent I'm managing to mask my shock at the whole situation. That said, I'm glad we could fit everything in without having to make a second trip.
そうだね。やはり男の子は荷物が少ないね。
I just gave all the stuff I didn't need to my roommate.
ああ、いつもお昼を一緒に食べてるという彼か。でも、マフラーだけは全部持ってきたね。
Of course. I have a lot less hair on my head now, so I actually can't be wearing this completely pulled out. Of course, while I have to admit that having a whole box full of scarves is a bit weird. They end up absorbing lots of sweat since I wrap them so tight, so I have to change them pretty often.
ああ、そうだ。前にも言ったけれど。
Oh.
またこんなにガチガチにして、これじゃ苦しいだろ？ほら、すぐに楽にしてあげるからね。
Prez begins undoing my scarf before I can stop her. We stand at such close proximity to each other that our hair almost touches. Though I'd have never guessed from appearances, she actually smells nice. As soon as it sounds, I'm genuinely surprised.
ほら、負けた。
Thanks.
あれ、まだきついかい？顔が赤いけれど。
No, I'm alright.
そうか？
The fact that she has no route really is criminal. Like, at the beginning of this, before I started playing this, I was upset about the lack of a teacher route. At this point, I can completely forgive the lack of a teacher route. By God, Yuka is an actual mess, a human mess. Like, she is less human and more human sack of personality defects. At this point, I'm upset that Usagi doesn't have a route. She seems chill. I like her. Like, when it comes to the girls that have routes, yes, I like Yuki the most right now. But overall, I think I like his Usagi the most, honestly. Prez, after letting out a little small chuckle, Prez grabs the end of my scarf, peeking out from the bundle around my neck.
ああ、岡崎くんはマフラーを大事にしてると思ってね。
Huh? Really?
ああ、靴と同じでマフラーにも休息は必要だ。毎日同じものを使っていてはすぐにくたびれる。
Sounds like they're the opposite of cars then.
物事にはそれぞれふさわしいあり方というものがある。それが自然とできてるということは、岡崎くんは親御さんから良い教育を受けているようだね。
Think so? Thank you very much. I can't say I'm very conscious of that, but I'm sure my parents would be glad to hear it.
まあ無事を連絡するときにでも話のネタにしてくれ。
Yes, I'll do that for sure. You'll ought to be sure to seeing Press smile with a bashful blush on her face for exchange.
さて休憩は終わりだ。そろそろ出発しようか。
Right, I'll get in the car.
あ、岡崎くん。
That's what is it?
後でマフラーを見せてもらってもいいかな。
Yes, of course. Are you interested in scarves? So the next part of that thought, I almost called her scarf lady out loud. However,
んマフラーの貴婦人としてはね。
Jada made an awkward smile with a reassuring one. Prez climbs into the driver's seat. She drives the light truck through a small side road next to the station and begins climbing up the mountain towards our dorm. Speaking of which, this is my first time going to the dorm in a vehicle.
ああ、そうなのかい？ちょっとかかるけれど大丈夫かい？
Of course, I mean it beats out taking multiple trips in a cable car.
男の子らしい豪快な返事だ。さすがだね。
Thanks. That said, this road sure has a lot of sharp curves.
山の傾斜が急だとどうしてもつづら折りになるからね。それにこの辺は除雪も朝1回だけだからね。
Ah, it does look like there's a lot of snow around now as you mentioned
雪の
it.
壁の間を走ってる感じが良いだろう。
That's true, but it's also kind of scary not being able to see what's beyond those bends. I'm impressed you can follow the road at
まあ
all.
走り慣れた道だしね。
Huh? Didn't you say you got your license recently? When was it
ああ、
exactly?
先週だよ。ちょうど岡崎くんに出会う前ぐらいかな。
Did you used to driving this road?
ああ、だってこの辺を。あ、ごめん、ちょっと当てるよ。
Huh? The truck suddenly skids to one side in the middle of the curve. Ah!
大丈夫かい？
Yes, it just surprised me. No, I was that shocked just now. Did we hit something? We hit something, didn't we?
ああ、ちょっと後輪が持ってかれてね。ぶつけた反動で立て直したんだ。
What? How can you say that with a straight face? You hit something. That's technically a crash.
ん？曲がりきれなかった時は壁に合わせて。ほら、次行くよ。
Ah! Hit the wall again? The truck's still bouncing about.
ああ、やっぱり一度ラインを外すとどうにも立て直しが難しくてね。こういう時は無理に逆らわずに滑らせながら走った方がいいんだよ。
What?
ほら、こんな風にね。ハンドルは微調整に使うだけ。
Oh, I know why, Press! You just got your license the other day, didn't you? This is crazy.
安心したまえ。免許を取ったのはこの前だが、ここの道は10年ぐらい走ってるよ。
Isn't that against the law?
いや、寮までのこの山道は全部いとこの私有地だから大丈夫だよ。
Felt like we were in zero gravity there for a
ああ
moment.
横 G が搭載されたんだよ。
Gee, what?
ああ、遠心力のことだよ。今感じてるこれだね。
How about you drive without causing this G-force thing in the first place?
でもさっき確認した時に大丈夫だって言ってなかったかい？
I don't remember agreeing to have my limbs ripped off by unseen forces. Ah!
はい。さっき登り始める時に確認したはずなのだが。
Huh? When exactly?
確か。
Speaking of which, this is my first time going to the dorm in a
ああ、
vehicle.
そうなのかい？ちょっとかかるけれど大丈夫かい？
Wait, I thought you were asking if I could take the long slog, not floating around in the weightless state.
ああ、なるほど。合点がいった。電車よりマシだって言うから男の子らしいなと感心していたんだが。そうか、勘違いか。
Ah! Gravity, come back!
そうか。雪国に住む人間はスリップなんてよくあることだから慣れるものだが、やっぱりそうでない人には耐え難いものなのか。
No, I'm pretty sure even locals would want to slip on a mountain road.
そうだな。飲んで終電を逃したゆか先生を迎えに行った時は途中で見事に戻してしまったしね。
Sure she would have puked either way. Ah!
じゃあゆ ゆっくり走ろうか？低速は低速で危ないが。
What kind of dangerous? Can you explain?
ああ、もうすぐ寮なんだが。
Alright. You know, I might as well just grin and bear it. I just want to get home as soon as possible at this
開
stage.
催開催。では、今日しか味わえないこの道を。
Until my screams reverberate over the mountain, echoing in the distance. Shizu! Shizuri!
みーくん、よかった。戻ってきたんだね。
Yes, I'm back! I'm really back! Water! I need water! I had to put out the bottle of lemon tea in my pocket and wrestle its cap open, press it against my mouth. I don't care about indirect kisses or whatever at this stage. All that matters for me right now is getting some liquid in me. Hydration!
みーくん
Please, I'm frozen down to my core. Can I steal some of your warmth?
みーくんわかった。
No, she obviously has no idea what's going on. Chizuri doesn't hesitate to give her full support to the frozen shell of a man clinging to her. I continue to bow my head, pleading for her embrace. And she's all too willing to give me what I need. So,
よーしよし。もう大丈夫だからね。
まさに一目散だね。
ああ、うーちゃん、どうしたの？
車で岡崎くんの荷物をここまで運んできただけなのだが。
ああ、なるほど。
I feel like I'm in heaven. It's paradise in your arms.
よしよし。もう怖くないよ。人の世界に戻ってきたよ。
さすがにその扱いは私も傷つくのだが。
Hot chocolate is, without a doubt, one of the greatest achievements of mankind.
大丈夫？
Chizuri furrows her brow as she watches me tenderly make out with my hot drink. Okay. Don't worry, I'm just feeling immense gratitude to this don't worry, I'm just feeling immense gratitude to this completely immobile kotatsu.
もう、うーちゃん、みーくんが極端なことしか言わなくなっちゃってるよ。
私も G は大丈夫かと一応聞いたのだが。
だからって、ああいう激しいのはダメ。みーくん多分初めてだったんだから、すごいショック受けてるよ。
まさか PTSD になったりしないだろうか。
Fine. I'll be back to normal when I've replaced all this adrenaline with cocoa.
もう、うーちゃんはいつものことだからね。
反省している。しかし
もう、うーちゃんはいつものことだから寝ぼけてていくら後ろからかけても大丈夫だろうけど。
反省している。しかししずりの時は終わった後も普通だったから、あれぐらいの G 大したことないと思ったのだが。
私の時は初めての G で半分失神してたんだよ。それももう数年前だけど。
初めての時はお互い幼かったしな。ダメだね。慣れというのはある意味鈍化と一緒だ。
うーちゃんは毎回シチュエーションごとに G の違う楽しみ方できる分、体にかかる負担に鈍感になってるよ。
その分今回は岡崎くんが初めて感じる G の犠牲になってしまったということか。
思い出したくないって顔だよ。
確認を怠ったのは反省している。まさかあそこまで雪の上が苦手だとは。
雪の上あれ？タルちゃんって、ああ、そっか、お昼だけ今用意するね。待ってください。今岡崎くんが雪の上で初めてとか
ああ、そうだが、どうしてタルヒくんが取り乱しているんだい？
あれ？タルちゃんも経験あるよね。うーちゃんのすごい G。 ありませんよ。というか、そんな、どうしてしずりさんまでそんなこと知ってるんですか？
What? He changed looks and tilt our heads in confusion while Tatori continues to panic like a trapped animal.
気持ち悪い。ずり。
Something that looks and sounds like a zombie appears from upstairs, scratching its belly and reeking of alcohol.
先生、また朝まで飲んでたんですか？
早めに寝ようと思ったんだけど、ついつい通販番組見ながらつまみつまんでたら朝になっててさ。
Why infomercials? It's so empty. It's probably the saddest reason I've heard for a woman to stay up all night.
ハル、あんた今余計なこと考えただろう。
Huh? Is that my new nickname?
ズリがミー君って言ってるなら、私は余ってるハルを引き取ってやろうっていう担任心じゃないのさ。
I fail to see in what way that's supposed to be kind. Sounds more like she's picking up and eating old snacks off the floor.
ラブコメみたいな呼び方しやがって。頭痛い。
もう、先生、改めて言われると照れるじゃないですか。やめてください。
はいはい。もう分かったから、イチャコラするなら屋上で下がってきて。
先生
Yeah, I see you're still going for the worst role model in the world prize.
そんなのお互い様でしょうが。ズビビビビ。
Excuse me?
だから、そっちもそっちで、何真っ昼間から男女で女話で盛り上がってんのって話。
先生、そこ触れるんですか？
What are you even talking about?
これだよこれ。オナニーの話。
Hey, keep your grabby hands away from my crotch.
そんな話はしてないはずですが。
なあ、言ってたじゃねえかさっきから。じーって。
ああ、先生、それ、重力の方です。
ガバチ？
イエス、重力。ノット G。
Is the G and G spot for Grafenberg? The fuck? Oh, that's actually in Bavaria. Jigging. I'm kind of curious how close to that I live. Oh, that is a 2-hour and 30-minute drive. That is quite a distance away. Well, that is no longer in Bavaria, is it? I'm pretty sure Nuremberg is not Bavaria anymore. And apparently it still is. The fuck? I wasn't aware of that. Huh. Anyways.
なんだ、勘違いか。つまんねえな。まあ、いくら女子寮だからってそこまで開放的になるわけないか。 いや、でも私が女子寮に入ってた時は、あれ？おかしいぞ。なんで思い出せない。頭が。まさか、今の生活を脅かす不都合な事実は抹消されて。先生、ただ単にそれは二日酔いですから。あれ？タルちゃん、大丈夫？顔真っ赤だけど。いいえ。
Shizuri, Himuguri's really bad with these kinds of conversations, so it's better to not involve her. She's too innocent. Look, her face is flushing even worse now.
あらら、ごめんね。
あ、こたつに潜ったぞ。これぐらいで。
Have some sense of shame, miss. Your panties are peeking from your shorts when you sit cross-legged.
なあ、履いてるだけセーフじゃない？
And you're wondering why you're single?
てめえ、今世界で一番私に言っちゃいけない言葉を発したな。
And what are you gonna do about it?
ガオだぞ。
What's that supposed to be? Not even a kid would be intimidated by that.
姫が妹たちを脅すときにしてる掛け声だよ。
Oh, I see.
ひどいもらい事故を見てしまったね。
タルちゃん、かわいそう。
So, by the time we calmed Miss Misumi down and consoled Imiguri to the point where she would talk to us again, the day had already come to an end. Well, all the chaos actually worked to pull me out of my shocks, because it all turned out fine in the end, I suppose. The next morning, I found myself lying on the ground. Ah! I'm fine. I just slipped a little.
すごい勢いで茂みに刺さりましたね。
朝の雪原に入る岡崎美晴の一輪雑誌。
もう、みんな、じっと見てないで助けてあげて。みーくん初心者なんだから。
No, it's fine. I'm really okay. Pull my head out of the bushes and show everyone that I'm fine. Fucking Yuki in the background. I'm more embarrassed than it's more embarrassing than painful, really. So I'd rather just let it go.
雪だらけだね。じっとしててね。払ってあげるから。
あ、背中にもついてるよ。ほら。
Thanks. Can't help but feel a little ticklish being patted down by two girls. Can't make anything. You can make anything sound suggestive with just a little turn of phrase.
膝が死んでましたね。ああいう時は膝ですよ、膝。あと腰。
It doesn't sound convincing from someone with a snowboard. Not in the slightest.
スキーで暴言するだけでこんな喜劇じみた転び方するとは想定外だね。
コブに足が取られて横に一回転した後に先が引っかかってロンダートしましたしね。
しかもその後 M 字開脚をしたまま横回転して茂みにハールインワン。
これはなかなかに大変だね。
I told you I'm not cut out for this. Can't ski for shit. Or do any other winter sports for that matter.
なに？それはいけないね。
体育の授業はほとんどスキーになっちゃうのに。
岡崎くん結構苦戦してるよね。いけない。このままではただでさえ先輩的な冬の好感度がマイナスなのに体育のたびに下がってしまうし。
ということは特訓ですね。
Come on,
大丈夫。なせばなるたわごともですよ。
Come on, I think I'm simply not built for this sport. I'm not gonna let her read that one out again since she did finish talking. What?
問答無用的なあれ。
So I ended up being dragged to a nearby ski trail and forced to undergo some Spartan training.
それにしてもここまでとは。 あの時は謙遜だと思っていたのだが。
The area I grew up in never got much snow. Remember, I never skied in my life until I came here.
まあ私たちは小さい時から普通に習うからね。でも全員が全員滑れるってわけでもないし、苦手な人もいるよ。
Well, I can imagine, but even the usual klutzy Chizuri is skiing like a pro, and I'm having a hard time paying attention over those watermelons swaying back and forth underneath her clothes. It's seriously hard being the only man in this group
ミ
sometimes.
ハル先輩、また腰が引けてますよ。そのままじゃまた転んじゃいますよ。
Alright, I'll fix
岡
that.
崎くん、スティックで立とうとするんじゃなくて、体のバランスで立った方が安定するよ。そうそう。スティックはあくまで軽く持ってリズムを刻む道具だと思えばいいかな。
Balance myself. Seriously can't believe how Chizuri is able to balance herself with those proportions. But do those two weights actually help keep her steady? I had to bear moves.
岡崎くん、寒すぎてどうにかなっちゃった？
Ah, sorry, I was just escaping reality. But I came prepared, so I think I can handle the cold for now.
体が温まってないから動きが硬いのかもしれないね。しばらく軽くウォーミングアップでその辺を流してみようか。
Okay, you're the
みー
expert.
くん、無理しなくてもいいんだよ。
No, I mean now that you're all teaching me, it'd be a waste not to give it. Be a waste not to at least give it a try.
その息やよし。冬部の一員として全力で支援しよう。
Thanks, I'll do my best. It would be nice not to get anxious about every gym class anymore, and I'd love to beat everyone's expectations too. Those thoughts playing through my head, I head towards the chairlift again. It's too fast! Too fast! I can't stop!
岡崎くん、また
Okay, this time I'll.
みーくん、怪我はない？今すごい角度で顔から。
I'm alright, absolutely. I'm built like a rock. Let's have another go.
ミハル先輩、木に真正面からスタントマンみたいです。
I'm not done yet. This is nothing. One more time. This reminds me of the time we went to a ski resort at school for like a few days. I didn't actually sign up for the proper skiing, so we basically went to a place to rent out not skis for proper like skiing down a hill, but more like for trekking skis, I guess they would be called. I don't fucking know. And I know that at some point they were like, okay, so there's like this trek here, and we just walked up it. No one's coming this way, so it'd be heading back. So you know what? You can just one by one, just like speed down this track if you want, since it actually did go like downwards. So it was my turn. Like I got down like the faster bits. Then it finally came to a point where it's even. So you'd think it was fine now. Suddenly, I have no idea what the fuck happened, and I'm just sitting on the ground. I just sit there for like a second, like trying to process what just happened. Turns out that I full on did a fucking like a full on fucking somersault without noticing. Like it just happened so fucking quickly. I just, by the time I was back to my senses, I was just sitting on the ground like, what the fuck? That happened twice.
ここまで来るとある種の芸術性を感じる転び方だね。
Alright! One more time! I'm still gonna get this down!
岡崎くん、大丈夫？帽子ずれてるよ。
Excuse me, what the fuck is Yuki doing? The fuck is Yuki doing?
すごい汗。ほら、服からじっとしててね。
Thanks. I collapsed in exhaustion after less than an hour of training. But the way they care for me, it makes it all worth it. I come down. I'm getting sidetracked from my original
先
goal.
輩、本当にスキーダメなんですね。
I didn't think I was this bad until
じゃ
now.
あ、スノボしましょう。
Thanks, but no thanks.
どうしてですか？面白いですよ。
I mean, you've got both of your feet attached to a single board, right? If I can't handle skiing, how do you think we're gonna fare on a damn snowboard?
カノンさん的にはこっちの方が簡単だからおすすめなんですけどね。2、3個あざを作ればそれなりに様になりますって。
Said I'd have to see my ski achievements.
では2、30個ぐらいでなんとか。
You sure I'll even be alive after that? I shake my head in resignation and then suddenly I realize something. Huh? Is it me or have Yuki's snow sculptures gotten bigger?
そうかな。いつもあれぐらいだと思うけど。
さて岡崎くん、そろそろ休憩するかい？
Nah, I feel like I won't pick up skis ever again. If I quit now, I'll keep
その
going.
心意気感服した。よし、今日はとことんまで付き合うよ。
Thanks, I really appreciate it. So Press continues to guide my training after lunch as well, but...
これまた見事な刺さりっぷり。ここまで来るともはや才能の一種だね。
ちゃん、感心してないで早く助けて。でもここまで来るとすごいですよ。
Everybody bands together to pull me out of my snowy hell, finally allowing me to catch a glimpse of the blue sky once again.
岡崎くん、大丈夫？なかなか抜けなくて。
The fuck? Excuse me?
寒くない？ぎゅってあったか必要？あったか？
Shizuri shakes her head, trying to sweep that one under the rug. Damn, having two girls breathing heavily at me feels strangely nice. Wait, my brain must be freezing over. I need to get myself together. Thanks, you two.
今のはすごかったですね。なんというかミサイルマンって感じで。
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you find my antics entertaining. Unable to stand anymore, I collapse and flop into a pile on the ground. So many times like these, I actually appreciate the cold embrace of the snow.
頭どこか打った？
No, I'm okay. I'm just exhausted. That's
お
all.
昼ももう過ぎちゃってるし、そろそろおしまいにしよっか。
そうだね。岡崎くんは十分頑張ったよ。
ゆうき
Thanks.
ちゃん、もうそろそろお開きだそうですよ。
Yuki waves her hand in response to Kanon's shout.
また力作だね。
ゆきちゃん、ほんと時間さえあればすごいの作るよね。
なんですかねあれ。
めぐりん、見覚えあるよね。
ゆだ
I don't remember being that creepy and muscular.
私がボツにした方の
マッチョなユダマル。略してマチョマル。
さすがゆきちゃん、そんなレアキャラをよく知ってましたね。上腕二頭筋が素晴らしいです。
ゆきちゃん、なんで知ってるの？
ふははは。蛇の道はヘビ。
どういうこと？ってシャメしないで。
Yamaguri rushes forward to stop Yuki from proudly taking pictures of her heretical work. He falls face first in the
見
snow.
事なヘッドスライディング。
And now it's immortalized in pixels. It's dark outside already. Took a bath and even a short nap after ski training, and before I knew it, it was evening already. Pretty sure I told them to wake me up before dinner. It's not even 5 yet, but it's so dark. Still time before dinner, so I might as well use it to unpack some of my stuff. So some boxes laying around for me yesterday, so looks like it'd be the best way to kill time at the moment. Thinking that, I'm about to get out of bed, but
岡崎くん、起きてるかい？
now the door's open, please come in.
おや、まだベッドと。起こしてしまったかい？
Not really, I was just spacing out. You could turn on the lights.
そうかい？じゃあお言葉に甘えて。
What's wrong?
ああ、岡崎くんはそのまま楽にしていてくれ。
That Prez places a knee on the side of my bed and leans down so her face is close to mine. Prez?
すごいビンビンじゃないか。
Huh? How does she know I've got morning wood under the sheets? Wait, it's not morning. Evening wood? Nah, whatever. The only thing that matters right now is how she found out.
ほら、指を押し返すぐらいすごい寝癖がついている。
Talking about my hair?
ああ、寝癖だ。ほ、ぴょんぴょん跳ねて面白いね。
Hey, stop playing with my hair! Like, how is she so fucking adorable? Why is this soggy so good? I'm taking a quick break again. And I'm back. Hey, stop playing with my hair!
いいじゃないか。これも冬の醍醐味。
No, it's not.
うん、違うね。
So, could you please stop it already?
いいじゃないか。うりうり。
Hey, Prez, stop it!
何もそこまで暴れることは。うわー
She lost her balance and fell on me. Should have known this might happen. Are you okay, Prez?
ああ、平気だよ。岡崎くんこそ
I have an odd feeling.
大丈夫かい？
Yes, me too. Or not. Why is her face so close? Someone ended up in a position it looks like I pushed her down on the bed.
肩をしたたかに打ったように見えたが、やはり痛むのかい？
It's okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for the stand up like this.
ああ、わかってる。とはいえ、そろそろどいてもらってもいいかな。
Yes, right away. I could pull away and put as much distance between us as I can.
そこまでがっつり離れられると、なんだ。
Prez?
嫌だったかね？
Huh? What? You mean what happened earlier?
ああ、自分があまり女っぽくないのは自覚している。だから、なんだ。気持ち悪くなかったか？
Excuse me, what are you talking about?
ん？
You're a woman like any other, Prez. You may act more manly than most men at times, but I never thought you weren't feminine.
そうなのか？
Yes, if anything, I feel like I shouldn't be in bed with you precisely because you're a woman.
そうか。では何が足りなかったのだろうか。
What do you mean?
カノン君やユキのようにスキンシップを多めに取れば、岡崎君も少しは気が紛れるかと思ったのだが。
Huh? You were trying to act like them just now?
そう意外そうな顔しないでくれないか？自分でも似合わないのは十分自覚している。
Hello? Jesus Christ. Why are my searches taking so fucking long today? Something weird's going on. Why is my Steam still open? I was hoping that there's some, like, hints that maybe she at least has some kind of side route or something. Why?
しかし、なんだ。昨日は迷惑をかけてしまったしな。少しは癒しを与えられればと思ったのだが。難しいね。
Prez. It appears the incident with the car yesterday has actually been weighing quite heavily on her mind. And you thought acting like the others would help?
効果はなかったみたいだけどね。
Nah, that's not entirely true, I
と
think.
いうと？
It actually made me happy to hear that you're trying to be considerate.
そうか。
Some of your ideas may miss the mark, but
お恥ずかしい。
that side of you is actually really cute when you think about it. Oh, actually made her embarrassed. I don't see her like this every day.
恥ずかしいな。あまりからかわないでくれ。お願いだ。
I'm sorry, I let it get to my head.
その割には反省しているような顔には見えないのだが。
What do you mean exactly?
そのニヤニヤ顔だ。
Ah, wait! Prez! Ah, pay my hair! Stay away from my hair!
いいじゃないか。どうせ寝癖がついてたんだ。このまま新しい髪型の開発と。
Hey, wait! Please!
この
Senpai, I'm warning you, I'm gonna fight back!
望むところだね。
A few minutes later, we lie slumped down over the kotatsu. Our hair is in the biggest mess probably either of us has ever seen. Just what got into us back there?
わからない。私も平常心を失っていたようだ。
She strokes her hair in an attempt to fix it.
ああ、岡崎くん。ちょっと待ってくれ。
Ah, thanks. Prez extends her hair towards my head, and I don't feel like resisting anymore at this point. She sits up a bit straighter for easier reach. Her fingers tickle my scalp as they dance around my head.
これでよし。かっこよくなったぞ。
Where'd that come from?
さっきのお返しだよ。
What's that supposed to mean? I thought a simple compliment like that would make me this happy. Feel the heat rise to my face in embarrassment. Well, I guess you aren't the present for nothing. In the end, you got exactly what you were. You got exactly what you were after. I completely stopped being bothered about the car incident.
そうか。
Yes, I figured. Guess the laughter dissolved my stress.
どさくさに紛れて何度か私の胸に触れたしね。
Huh? I did?
なんだいその反応は。確かに私は胸部においては女性らしくないが。
Oops. No, I wasn't thinking about that at all, I swear. Damn, how could I let myself miss that opportunity?
そこまではっきり言われるといっそすがすがしいね。
And why don't we do a do-over?
こらこら、調子に乗らない。
We both burst into laughter, knowing full well that we were just joking
さてと、
around.
それじゃあそろそろ戻ろうかな。
Ah, and sorry for making this weird.
いやいや、親睦を深められたと思えば。
Prez, is something wrong? Followed Prez's gaze to find that she's looking at a bunch of open boxes.
これ、昨日言っていたマフラー箱かい？
Yeah, that's right.
おお。
You want to take a look?
いいのかい？
Yeah, of course. I actually wanted to show you something. Here, this is one of my favorites.
本当にいいのかい？このマフラーもらってしまって。
Prez gives me an apologetic look, holding the scarf I gifted her tightly in her hands as we leave the room. It's alright. Thanks to you that I joined the club, so I have to pay you back somehow. And it's the first time I've had such a deep connection about discussion about scarves with anyone. Just think of it as a token of our growing friendship.
そうか。では、これは大事に飾らせていただこう。
No, I'd rather you just wear it. It's a scarf after all.
そうだな。
She flatters me an embarrassing smile and nuzzles the scarf like a cat might do.
岡崎くんの匂いがするね。
Sorry, I might have drooled on it at some point.
ほう。
I'll wash it again if you could just give it back from now.
ダメだ。これはもう私のものだからな。
Oh.
安心したまえ。ちゃんと後で洗っておく。
Please do. I just remember I was planning on washing my scars once I finished moving. Jeez.
これはこれで思い出さ。
I'd rather it wasn't remembered as some kind of perverse prank on my part.
確かに。
Please do wash it, okay? I'm serious.
おっと、もうすぐ夕食の時間だ。私も一旦部屋に戻るとしよう。
Okay, I'll continue tidying up in the meanwhile. See you later.
ああ、また後で。
I think I've grown a little closer to Prez. And when I thought of her as an older sister figure, she feels a lot less distant now that I've got some glimpses of her mature side too. In that respect, the car incident from yesterday worked out in my favor in the end. Alright, I'll just organize my stuff until someone shows up to call me for dinner. Just let me have a fucking route for her.
ああ、先輩、ちょうど今起こしに行こうと思っていたんですよ。
Oh, Conan, how can you have so much energy right now? I'm pretty sure she spent even more time on the slopes than I did today. Or maybe it just didn't exhaust her as much because she knows what she's doing. Anyway, something smells amazing. Maybe so hungry I ended up following my nose.
ですよね。私ももう我慢できませんよ。
What are you doing in the kitchen anyway? Where's Shizu?
何って料理ですよ。ん？
You can cook?
失礼ですね。今さっきいい匂いって言ってたじゃないですか。
Don't tell me you made all of this.
ええ、そうですよ。他のみんなは用事があるとかで、私がピンチヒッターとして登場したわけです。ふんふん。
I get it. Stop swinging the blade like a baseball bat. That said, I can't believe Kanon really made all this. That's cabbage rolls, tomato stew, and I'm pretty sure that's the smell of grilled salmon. She made that for 7 people all by herself. Damn, I actually can cook.
ふふん。料理だってカノンさんにお任せあれですよ。
Kinda surprised you've actually mastered such a delicate skill.
そりゃそうですよ。私だってこれでも女子なんですから。
ということで、料理が全くできないユキたちは女子ではない何か的なあれということらしいし、
人間誰しも向き不向きというものがあるものだよ。ということは私はカノン君的に言えば女子に不向きということか？
部長もユキちゃんも私はそんなつもりで言ったわけじゃありませんよ。
Kanon desperately denies the statement. Seems like she accidentally touched a sore spot. I know about Yuki, but the fact that Prez can't cook seems oddly fitting.
いや、
Oh, hi. Prez flicks me an unusually bashful smile. Remembering what happened earlier, I grow a little embarrassed myself.
ああ、もうこんな時間、タルヒ先輩たちが帰ってきちゃいます。
Oh, would you like some help?
よろしくお願いします。
Lured in by her happy smile and the delicious smell, I quickly start putting the plates on the table. Oh, it's delicious. Words naturally spill forth from my mouth as we're clearing up after dinner.
ありがとうございます。
久しぶりにカノンちゃんのご飯食べたけど、やっぱり美味しいね。だね。やっぱり時々変わってもらった方がいいかな。
そんな、私の料理は味付けが濃いですから、たまに食べるからそう思うんですよ。毎日食べるなら、あっさり風味のしずり先輩の料理ですよ、断然。
Yeah, the seasoning might be a bit on the strong side, but that's just how I like it.
うちの家族ってみんな体をよく動かす人たちだったので、その影響だと思います。
それにしてもみんな無言で食べていたね。その気持ちは十分わかるけれども。
いやー、どうもです。部長に言われると嬉しいです。
The only thing I'd point out is the lack of volume. I would have liked a little more.
ああ、まだ終わりじゃないですよ。出してない料理がありました。
Really?
はい、今すぐ持ってきますね。少々お待ちを。
一体どんな料理かな。楽しみだね。
Yeah, I wonder what else she's got in store for us. I've had a lot of exercise today, so I've still got some rooms to spare in my stomach. Yuki, who's been eating in silence up until now, suddenly looks up with an unsettled smile, like a herbivore wary of its surroundings. Something wrong, Yuki? She finishes her food and then flees.
サラダでもそんな一気にかき込んだら喉詰まらせちゃうよ。
お、来たようだぞ。
はーい、お待たせしました。冬嫌いの三春先輩のために作った寒い冬を克服できる特製鍋です。
Oh, what's this? Everyone's curious gazes are fixed upon the pot as Kanon places it on the table. It's red like blood. What is this? Shishi pepper? No, togarashi pepper?
すごい、これ今目に来たよ。他にもキムチに生姜に麻婆豆腐。
辛そうなもの全部入れてみました。これは温まりますよ。
No, why do the ingredients look black? That's what happens when you boil all sorts of spicy things like that together.
前に作ったチゲ鍋が物足りなかったので、 奇想天外な改良を加えてみました。
ああ、確かに麻婆豆腐は想定外だ。
四川風です。
Isn't that like the spiciest cuisine ever?
ごちそうさま。
Yuki?
あー、お腹いっぱい。もう食べられない。残念。
She ran away!
確かにこれは体が温まりそうだね。いただこうかな。
Seriously? Three of us exchange looks.
私も、もう、お腹いっぱいかな。
私も、かな。
そうですか。残念です。でも、みはる先輩はまだまだ全然いけるんですよね。
Yeah. No! Don't be hungry in my earlier statement. Didn't see this coming. Don't take me for being greedy.
はい、どうぞ。一番効くところをよそって入れました。
Dang.
すごい、ねっとりしてるね。
麻婆豆腐が入ってますからね。とろみがすごいんですよ。
It'll melt your mouth. Don't you mean it'll melt right in my mouth? It'll melt your mouth. Oh no. That's the spiciness in the depths of my nostrils. It looks like avant-garde. It looks more like avant-garde food, art than food. Frozen in place, staring at the bowl. Imiguri and Shizuri stare at me, their eyes telling me that this is my last opportunity to quit. However, I also feel another pair of eyes on me.
あれ、みはる先輩もお腹いっぱいでした？
Her unblemished, innocent gaze burns more fiercely than the spices. Take a deep breath and press my hands together. I guess I'll have some. Reach out to grab my chopsticks when suddenly...
かのんちゃん、私も、塩とだけ、もらおうかな。
私も、少しだけなら。
食べたくなっちゃいました。食欲をそそる香りですもんね。それじゃ、はい、どうぞ、お二人とも。
You two are angels! That moment, our hearts become one. Let's dig in!
スパイスが効いて美味しいですね。
ああ、汗が止まらないわ。
明日のおトイレが楽しみ。
After that, they all went happily finished hot pot together. I don't think I'll be able to eat red things for a while. After dinner, the two martyrs and I all quickly excused ourselves to our rooms. The reason is simple. I felt like my throat and stomach are on fire. But I managed to polish it all off. God damn it! Conan and I finished the whole pot while the other girls quickly gave up. Though I have next to no memory of the latter half of the evening. So I lay in half passed out with my upper body motionless on the kotatsu. Yeah, it's open. Come on in. Hold on.
起き上がらなくて大丈夫です。そのまま楽にしててください。
Oh, I can't possibly face a guest like this. I used the remainder of my strength to pull myself up. What's up?
ああ、いえ、その...
Conan hesitates and starts fidgeting with her hands. That's most unusual for our resident hurricane. It's okay.
私何も...
You feel guilty about dinner, don't you?
それは...
Me and I saw her looking at everyone with a worried look on her at the end. I only happened to notice because I was in so much pain that I couldn't get up from the table for a while. Everyone ate it because they wanted to, and I'm no exception.
みはる先輩、私...
What is it?
決めました。
Oh? Suddenly I have a very bad feeling about this. And what did you decide?
今日の自分の鍋で美晴先輩の冬への好感度がマイナスになったと思うんです。
No, not necessarily. I've just developed some minor PTSD when it comes to spicy food, that's all.
ですから明日は美晴先輩にいろいろご奉仕してその穴埋めをしたいんです。名誉全開です。
There's no need to be so dramatic. And, what do you mean by fulfilling my desires exactly?
もちろんゆきちゃん的に言えば冬を好きになるためのエトセトラ的なあれです。
I should have known.
あれ嫌ですか？もしかして私また一人で突っ走っちゃってました？
Those innocent eyes. No, not at all. I can't wait to see what else the club's got in store for me.
カノンさんにお任せあれです。きっと冬が好きになってもらえると思います。
Just go easy on me, okay? With an energetic reply that indicates that she likely didn't hear a word I just said, Kanon bounds out of the room. What does she have in store for me tomorrow? But first I've got to jump through my own ring of fire.
美晴先輩、今日滑りませんか？
Colin suddenly blurts this out in the middle of breakfast. Huh? What? Get a kick out of reminding me of the cold.
冬だけにひんやり。
I'm sorry, but I won't be falling into that trap.
いえいえ、こっちです、こっち。
What are you shaking your hips for? Is that a new dance you came up with? It kind of makes me feel cold if that's what you're going for.
違います、スノボです、スノボ。昨日みんなで滑ったじゃないですか。私のスノボ姿は見ましたよね。
I see, I get it now. I think my brain's blocked everything regarding winter sports from my consciousness. I mean, you saw how terrible I was yesterday, right? There's no way I could handle a snowboard.
そう言うと思って、今回はカノンさんもスキーをしますよ。
You're gonna ski too.
ねえねえ、美晴先輩、美晴先輩、どうかご奉仕をさせてください。先輩を一人前の雪国の男にしてみせますから。
どこ上手的な意味で？
スキーを上手にするから、板上手的な意味ですかね。
Somehow I highly doubt it.
でもいいんじゃないかな。課外授業でスキーは必修だし。昨日も言ってたけど、私たちは小さい時からいっぱいして慣れてるから滑れるのが前提だもんね。
Yeah, that's the biggest problem for me. I keep getting in everyone's way during class. I'd love to get a little better, but...
というわけで美晴先輩、ぜひともご奉仕させてください。雪国の腰使いバッチリ教えますよ。
Okay, I got it, so please stop putting it like that. So I ended up having to ski for the second day in a row. Kanon.
はい、カノンさんですよ。
Having finished warming up, Kanon answers me with an energetic voice as she attaches her boots to her skis. The others have left already, so we're on our own out here. I agreed to go along with your training plan, but, why are we doing it this early in the morning before school?
ダメですか？
Like, what are we gonna do if I fall?
大丈夫です。そのために二人暴言で行きますから。まずはしっかり長距離滑るところから体で覚えましょう。
Snowplow? Is that the one where you spread your legs and aim your feet inward?
はい。そして私が後ろから板を前に添えるように並べて美晴先輩の板をコントロールします。
Yeah, it's gonna work.
大丈夫ですよ。本当は暴言用の補助具とかあるんでそれ使ってもいいんですけど。
Why aren't we using them?
そもそもこの辺じゃキッズサイズしかないんですよ。
Figures you'll master stuff when you're still little after all.
ええ、ほらスキー板はめますから足上げてください。
Are you sure this
ご
is
安
safe?
心を。先輩がカノンさんに身を任せてくれればあっという間に終わりますから。
I'd rather have heard that line in a different context.
何か言いま
Oh no.
そうですか？はい、それじゃあ美晴先輩、そこの木の間に立ってください。
I'll try. I awkwardly shuffle my feet towards the indicated location. From my eyes, the forest stretches into the distant downhill. Is this the ski run you always use to get to school?
ですから安心してください。もう慣れっこですから。
Well, maybe you do, but I suddenly feel a soft warmth against my back. Huh? Something soft but firm is pushed up against me. Huh? Is that gone on? Gone on? Are we actually going down like this?
こうやって後ろから補助に入るのが二人暴言の基本ですから。
I see. Didn't realize she'd have to be so close to me. I mean, I could feel a boob scratched up against my back. I'm surprised at how voluminous they actually are.
ああ、先輩。体重はあくまでナチュラルに板にかけてください。前かがみになったり、こっちに体重かけると危ないですからね。あくまで自然に立っていてください。
And if you whisper right into my ear, a certain part of me definitely starts standing up. What? Nope. Calm down, man. You don't want to get hurt. It could very well be the end of both of you and your stiff buddy. We're gonna go all the way down the mountain, right?
はい、すっごく気持ちいいですよ。
I see. Even though Conan is still just being a usual energetic self, I find myself getting pretty self-conscious about this whole situation.
ああ、三春先輩、まっすぐに立ってください。前かがみになってますよ。
Huh? Okay. I hurriedly straighten my back, but that motion sends the skis forward.
ああ、三春先輩、
Wait, I don't even have my
大
pole!
丈夫です。フォローしますから楽にしてください。最初からこんなにカチコチじゃ最後まで持ちませんよ。
Right.
ほら、カノンさんに任せて。右、左。
Oh, what? I don't actually feel like I'm skiing.
上手ですよ。基本体重移動ですからね。ほら、右、左。
Oh, I feel like I can actually do this. I feel like I can do this, actually. Squish, squish. Ah!
ああ、三春先輩、前かがみになったらスピードが出てしまいますから。
Sorry!
そうそう、そんな感じで。はい、一緒に動いてください。カノンさんの腰使い、しっかり覚えてくださいね。
Alright. What is this? What kind of situation is this even?
朝のあんまんおいしい。こりゃ岡崎くんが買い食いしちゃうほどハマるのもわかるかも。
Ah!
ごめんなさい。
Ow, 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 ow. Ah. You alright, Himaguri?
岡崎くん、どうしたの？大丈夫
Himaguri blinks a couple times, unable to grasp what just happened from the station's roof. That we had just appeared from the station's roof and crashed into a wall of snow on the other side of the road. And I can't blame her. Kanon, you didn't say anything about a jump!
すみません。楽しくてつい忘れてました。
This is the first time that happened!
うわー、すごい。これが噂のカノンだるま。
どうですか？
ちょっと待ってね。
Don't take pics of us!
ああ、こっちの立ち方の方がいいですかね。
And you stop posing over there. What's wrong with these people? Is it an unwritten rule that everyone in the club has to take pictures of photos of everything or what? Boom, boom, boom.
頼もう、カノンさんです。
At lunch, Conan barges into our classroom like she owns the place.
あ、カノンちゃんだ。
三春先輩、一緒にお昼を食べに来ました。
The classroom explodes in countless mumbles and whispers. She's already the second girl who's done this to me.
なんか岡崎くん、最近お昼モテモテだね。下級生を連れ込むの。俺
Oops, don't put it like that. I'm just as surprised as you are. I should have figured something like this would happen though. I didn't receive a lunchbox from Shizuri today. In other words, this is the same as what happened with Yuki the other day. Now to think about it, I've only gotten to eat Shizuri's lunch box once so far. Conan, let me say something first. I'm not eating outside, okay?
ははは、ご安心ください。私もさすがに風が吹きすさぶ外で火を使おうとは思ってません。
Excuse me?
今火って言った？
kind of pushes something into the classroom as Himeguri and I exchange confused looks.
台車
And it's got a hot plate and a whole bunch of food on it!
わあ、さすが学園の烈風ハリケーン。やることがばないわ。
If you're so impressed, then why are you backing away?
ふふふ、やはりご飯は出来たてが一番。というわけで、みはる先輩、小烈風寺かの激辛お好み焼きをご馳走させていただきます。
Wait, hold on a minute. Are you seriously planning to cook in the classroom? Where'd you even get all those ingredients?
ゆきちゃんがすべてやってくれました。
I just knew she'd be involved somehow!
ねえ、この材料、タコがあるけど、それに、この特徴的な形の鉄板。
ああ、はい。激辛たこ焼きと激辛たい焼きもご馳走させていただきます。
Why nothing but flour recipes? And why are you obsessed with spiciness? Are you trying to destroy my ass?
岡崎くん、アナル開発されてるの？
Huh?
しかも年下の一家にも自分を尊敬してくれている女の子にさせるなんて、この上級者。マジでちょっと
岡崎、後で感想教えろよ。
What's wrong with you people? Especially you, the last one. Why'd you even believe that nonsense?
まあ、変態はみんなそう言うんだよ。
Hey, stop trying to set me up as soon as you haven't done anything like that.
大丈夫。前にも言ったけど、雪国はすることがなくて、そういう行為も盛んだから偏見はないよ。ね、姫栗ちゃん。なんで私に振るのかな？
Huh? Is that true, Himeguri?
姫栗さんも隠れ上級者？アナリッシュタルギなの？
女か。普通じゃねえか。
待ってなんでみんなそんなあうんの呼吸でデマを広めるのかな？あと最後あー、からかった
I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist.
タルヒ先輩もクラスじゃ型なしですね。はい、とりあえず1枚目できました。
Why did you have the time to do that?
数枚練習で作ったのがあるので温め直しただけですよ。
そっか、もうあるんだ。じゃあそれもらえるかな？
はい、どうぞ。
I'm scared. Himeguri rattles a tomato, her lips curling into a distorted smile, turns around to me with a crimson red frisbee in her hand. Why, that's not frisbee, that's actually an okonomiyaki.
今私をからかった人には辛い思いをしてもらいます。ああ、なるほど、これが本当のからかったなんちゃって。
Just one, please.
これダメ。ちょっと待って、姫栗ちゃん。
バッチコイ新世界。
Come on! Come at me! I embrace death! Oh, fuck. So, Himeguri, I don't suppose you happen to feel like letting me off the hook, do ya? Oh! And so, that day became to be known as the Red Monday for generations, or rather a few days to come.
というわけで、この場面ではそんな雰囲気で、ここがこうなって、前回のを引きずって、こういう感じに。で、どうした？今日はみんな元気ないな。何人かトイレに行ったっきり帰ってこないし。
また、なんかバカなことしたのか？まあ、やりやすいからいいけどな。
All our class can muster is a united forced smile in front of Miss Misumi's sarcasm. And ended up like this because Kanon made so much food that our entire class had to help polish it off. Normally, no one would have eaten that kind of thing, but it turned out to be surprisingly addicting. It burned our mouths, but it was delicious at the same time, making us feel like we could handle just one more bite. And that turned class 2A into a spice fiesta, with all of the butt-burning consequences. Is that why she's called the Hurricane? Because she whips up a storm and drags everybody around into her crazy shenanigans? Letting my mind wander, I absent-mindedly stare out the window. Outside, Connor's energetically running around in her sportswear. It's probably a gym class. A whole bunch of girls seem to be enjoying themselves down there. Looks like she's having fun. Damn, I wish I could smile like that. It'd be awesome to hang out with her as a friend without getting worked up about anything. So I spent the remainder of the class watching our resident hurricane do what she does best.
今日の授業も終わったね。
Yeah, today's been a bit too eventful for my liking.
大丈夫？まあ、今日の放課後は特に何もないと思ってたんだけど、ごめん。訂正する。
Why?
そりゃ、だって。
Jeez, I'd at it again. And they can't leave me alone for a couple of hours. Glance over at the classroom's doorway to see the club's 2 juniors loitering in the hall outside. I rise from my seat, a bad feeling lingering in my chest, and head out of the classroom with Himiguri.
どうも先輩方、お勤めご苦労さんです。
ご苦労さんです。
おー、外の空気はうまいぜ。
We're not being released from a prison, just so you know. Why are you playing along with him, Himiguri?
いやー、なんとなく合わせなくちゃいけないかなって。
タルヒ先輩はノリが良くていいですよね。ネタの振りがいがあります。
Himiguri and Kanon break into girly giggles the moment they acknowledge each other, and Yuki, though a few words, synchronize with them perfectly. Now I can tell why they write the kanji for character for noisy as 3 women. Especially since I'm now living in a dome that has twice that number. That's so fucking funny. It's still so fucking funny that that's an actual thing. So, what are you doing here?
まあまあ、そんな顔しないでください。あれですよ、あれ。初めて会った時、先輩の大事なものを私が奪っちゃったじゃないですか。
ユキも話は聞いている。初めての女の子にあれを奪われたと。
Just what on earth is going on inside your mind, Yuki? And you too, Kanon, stop phrasing everything in such a misleading way.
でも、大事なものっていうのは確かですし。
Just call them what they are, steamed buns.
固有名詞で言うとそうなりますね。
Yes, nouns are very important in everyday life.
かのかのはあんまんを買って弁償したいらしい。ついでにユキも行く。
Now I finally understand what you're up to. You should have just said so from the start. I was holding a freshly steamed bun filled with sweet bean paste on the day I met Kanon. Before she appeared from over the station's roof on her snowboard, colliding with me and sending my beautiful bun careening into the dirt, went to rest his soul.
あんまん？いいね。私は桜芋まんが食べたい。
じゃあ、タルヒ先輩も一緒に行きます？行っちゃいます？
行くー。せっかくだし、新作があれば見ておきたいしね。
I appreciate that you want to pay me back, but I also feel kind of bad that you're going out of your way to do it.
いえいえ、私がやってしまったことですから、こっちこそすみませんでした。
She's... Can't help but stare at her when she bows her head again. Again, Repuji Kanon lives up to her name of Hurricane, involving everyone in her proximity in all sorts of crazy adventures. But surprisingly enough, it turns out that she can cook, and she always apologizes when she's at fault. Her compassion always stands out from her otherwise reckless actions.
それじゃあ行きましょうか。おすすめのお店を教えてあげますよ。
おすすめって言うと、あの店？
そうそう、あのお店。
Just to make sure, it's not gonna be some weird super spicy special again, is it?
激辛のあんまんってあると思います？仮にあったとしても、それはあんまんだと思います？
No, I definitely wouldn't classify it as such.
じゃあ安心してください。今度のは普通に甘い。それこそ外国の映画に出てくる日本人がやたらと武装してるくらいありふれたあんまんです。
I see. Your comparison is a bit weird, but I get your point. Most Japanese people in foreign movies play Yakuza, Ninja, or Samurai, though. But that aside, Kanon literally drags me out of the school gates with a big grin on her face, and the four of us end up going to the place she recommends. It's a bit weird being surrounded by so many girls, but I definitely enjoy the lively conversation.
はいどうもありがとうね。
Striding with confidence, Kanon takes us to a small butcher's shop at a quiet corner of the shopping district. You won't be able to tell from the exterior, but they serve the real deal Chinese buns, steamed in a traditional basket. Oh, those all look delicious.
でしょ？ここは最近行きつけのお店なんです。
結構穴場だよね。私も地元なのに教えてもらうまで知らなかったし。
ユキもカノカノに教えてもらって知った。
私が知ったのもネットの口コミですし、中華まん自体が期間限定ですから、あんまり知られてないと思いますよ。この感じだと、しずり先輩や部長に教えても喜んでもらえそうですね。
そうだね。帰ったら教えてあげなきゃね。
So we walk along the road, chattering like there's no tomorrow. I feel the soft weight of the warm sweet bean bun that Kanon bought for me in my hands. Gently breaking in half, releasing a cloud of steam and an enticingly sweet scent, revealing the generous portion of sweet beans inside. Oh, damn, that's just too good. Don't mind if I dig in right away. It's delicious! The outside is as fluffy as they get, and the sweet bean paste inside is just perfect!
お店で丁寧に手作りしてるみたいですからね。これでお詫びになりました？
Yeah, definitely. Even found out about an amazing store in the process. I really have nothing to complain about.
自分で料理もできるのに美味しいお店まで知ってて。カノンちゃんって実はかなりの食通？
あはは、まだまだうちの母にはかないません。すごく美味しい料理を作ってくれる人なので、私もそうなれたらなって。
カノカノは意外と乙女なところがあると思う。
そうですか
Kanon's cheeks flush red. It'd be really sweet if she could just calm down once in a while. But, well, what can he do?
じゃあ、私も自分のピザまんを食べますね。
ユキは正統派。肉まんこそ王道。
Is it a stop and buy meat bun, though? South Tome, that was it. I forgot Miharu's family name because the convenience store is also called South Tome's. But then, like, the moment the fucking page for A Sky Full of Stars opened, I remembered, oh, hey, hold on, South Tome. This keeps happening. I hate it. But yeah, is it like a South Tome meat bun? No?
私は桜芋まん。こうして見るとみんな違うのを買ってるんだね。
そうですね。味の好みも寮内でバラバラですし。あれ？
We walk along eating our buns. A fuzzy animal suddenly appears with a high-pitched bark. Thought it was a dog at first, but upon closer inspection, I realized it was more slender built and a large bushy tail trailing behind it. That's...
おー、キツネだ。
もふもふ、かわいい。
Oh, I've never seen a real fox
こ
before.
の辺りに住んでる野生のキツネですね。たまに餌を探して町まで来るみたいですよ。
While the four of us are amazed by the unexpected encounter, the fox wiggles its tail, maintaining its distance from us and sniffs the air a few times. I think it's looking at us.
お腹が空いてるのかもしれませんね。じゃあ少しだけちぎって。
The fox suddenly darts towards Kanon and
私のピザマンがまだ一口も食べて。
Fox jumps deftly into the air without slowing down even a little and snatches the pizza bun right out of Kanon's hands. Landing lightly on its feet, it darts away at lightning speed.
そんな、待ってください。ピザマンが、ほかほかのピザマンが、悲しいぬくもりだけを残して、私から遠ざかっていく。
コナンちゃん、大丈夫？
そんなんだったね。
あったかそうに食べながら同情しないでください。よーし、こうなったらミハル先輩、私の荷物を預かってもらいます。
That's fine. Well, tell me we're gonna.
こら、待ちなさい。
Leaving her bag with me, Kanon chases after the fox at an ungodly speed. Kicking up clouds of snow, she quickly becomes a dot on the horizon. Don't talk with your mouth full. Hey. She seems to believe she can catch up to a fox. Damn, she's fast though.
追いかけよ
We stand absentmindedly for a while, munching on our steamed buns. Eventually, Yuki takes the first step and we all follow. Hey, Kanon, where are you? Do you see her,
う。
Yuki?
の携帯の GPS によると、向こう。
Alright. I was curious as to why she can track Kanon via GPS, but I can ask about that later. More importantly, why is Kanon's signal coming from the top of the mountain? So far did you run?
私たち、電車使ってもこんなに疲れてるのに。
かのなら造作もないこと。なぜなら、かのの脳は筋肉でできている。
They're saying you're actually friends. Are you sure you're actually friends with her?
も。
ひょっとしてカノンちゃん？
Spot a small black lump in the middle of a snowfield. It takes a while to realize that it's Kanon's butt, clad in black
か
shorts.
の、変わり果てた姿になって。
カノンちゃん、大丈夫？
お父さん、違います。それはストローじゃなくて吹き矢です。
You hallucinating down there?
ミハル先輩、確か中二病が悪化して漁船でガダルにいたはずじゃ。
Certainly have not. Come on, wake up!
狐はどうなった？もふもふは？
見失いました。
Kanon droops her shoulders in an obvious display of dejection. Apparently the fox ended up getting away with her pizza bun after all.
ピザシアー！
Oh, she got up.
どうして肉まんやあんまんが4つも並んでいたのに、どうして私のピザまんだけを。
狐にとっては、それが一番美味しそうに見えたんじゃないかな。意外とグルメさんかもね。
野生の狐が人間の手から食べ物を受け取るなんてめったにないらしい。よかったね、かの。
よくないですよ。もう、うりゃー！
Kanon quickly rolls up a large ball of snow and then tosses it into the distance to vent her anger. Flumps down in the field without hitting anything. There's no trace of the wily culprit to be seen. We can't share our steamed buns with her either, as we already finished eating them.
どうやって慰めたらいいかな。
How about we talk about something fun?
そういえば、この前ここで雪合戦をやったよね。
Ah, we sure did. That was pretty fun.
動いてるとあったかいしね。あの時、カノンちゃん強かったよね。
Yeah, I couldn't hit you to save my life. I'd love to have a rematch against you.
それじゃあもう一回やってみませんか。私今壮絶最高にスカッとしたい気分なんです。
Huh? Well, I suppose we could. Oh no, I didn't expect you to actually take me up on that. Himiguchi shoots me an annoyed look, to which I can only respond with an apologetic look on my own. Look around the white field. The sun's still high and it's relatively warm. It may actually be the perfect time for a snowball fight. I want to get my hands cold, but I feel so Kana being the only one with an empty stomach. So I feel inclined to play along with her and let her vent her frustration. Alright, let's do this.
情け容赦なく全力でいきますからね。
手加減してよ。それじゃあ、チーム決めはどうする？
I'll we do first years versus second years. Seems like a fair split to me.
それならユキも先輩たちと組む。
ちょっとユキちゃん、なんで3対1にするんですか？こういう時は数を均等にするのがセオリーってもんですよね。
そのセオリーを無視して数が多い方につく。ユキは戦うのが好きなんじゃなくて勝つのが好きだし。
勝てさえすればいいと言うんですか？
大体合ってる。
この卑怯者、もう一遍言ってあげますよ。この卑怯者。
何度でも言うがよい。
この卑怯者、この卑怯者、この卑怯者、この卑怯者、この卑怯者。
Are those two really friends?
まあ、ある意味、息ぴったりというか、ねえ。
It appears that Yuki really is planning to turn this into a 3 against 1. And Kana is pointing a finger at us, ready to accept the challenge.
よし、わかりました。3対1でもいいです。その代わり、負けたら罰ゲームですからね。
What kind of penalty did you have in mind?
そうです。あの天下の織田信長ですら泣いて謝ったほどの罰ゲーム。それは、ズバリパンツの中に雪を入れる。
想像しただけで、いろいろダメな気が。
No way! The great demon king Nobunaga would never cry over something like that.
いいえ、私は夢で見たんです。長篠の戦いで信長は武田の騎馬隊と雀卓を囲み、うっかり売満に振り込んで。
Nothing like that ever really happened. Don't rewrite Japanese history here. How on earth would Sengoku period generals even be playing mahjong together? Never mind stuffing snow into the underwear of the loser. Just the image of Oda Nobunaga with snow in his loincloth, crying and apologizing to Takeda's army makes me want to blow my brains out. If that was the real truth of the Battle of Nagashino, depicted in the textbook illustrations, then I would never want to lay my eyes on it.
別にそんな罰ゲームはなくても。
OK! その罰ゲーム受けて立つ。
Have you lost your mind? I can't stand cold as is!
知ってる。でもめぐりんはどう？パンツに雪を入れられるなんて冬マスターならむしろご褒美なはずだけど。
そうだね。ご褒美だと言えなくもないけど、やっぱりやるなら自分でという。
じゃあ入れる側と入れられる側ではどっちがお好み？
断然入れる側。
つまりかのかのを任してパンツに雪を入れてやりたいと。
そんなこと言ったかな？言ってないよね。
めぐりんの言葉を巡り巡って解釈した結果、こうなりました。
曲解にも程があるよ。
Himiguri's totally taken the bait again. Can already tell where everything's going to go Yuki's way.
そんなわけだからかのかの、そっちが負けても同じ罰ゲームを受けてってめぐりんは主張してる。
言ってないノーモア曲解。
ふーん、舐められたもんですね。いいでしょう。その条件で戦ってあげます。
お手柔らかに。
That's a discerning expression if I ever saw one. Isn't anyone gonna ask what I think?
この状況を見て。
I am.
じゃあわかるはず。もう。
Oops. You're the one who fanned the flames to this point! How about I join Kanon in exchange for immunity from the penalty?
私なら大丈夫です。今日は本気で行くので、先輩たちも全力で来てください。じゃないと死にますよ。
We're just going to play in the snow, right? That's not even what I meant. But if you're fine with it, then we might as well get this over with. I reluctantly agree while Conan is raring to get started. So, our 3 against 1 battle begins. Dismal fate waits one of the sides. I want to know anywhere near my underwear, and it seems Imaguri shares my sentiment. We're both ready to attack as soon as the battle begins.
岡崎くん、
Yeah, what is it?
加藤。勝つしかない。ここで負けたら私たち。
Rise, tell me the cold would drive us insane. There's not a hint of humor in them. I know what you mean. I'm not gonna let this be the end of
い
me.
つでもどうぞ。
よーし。カノンちゃんに当てちゃえば勝ちなんだから。
ぬるい投げ方ですね。そんなの簡単に止められますよ。
Oh, she actually caught you Snowball with her bare hands.
それじゃあ返してあげます。必殺カノンカウンター。待ちません。
Conan catches Imaguri's Snowball mid-flight and effortlessly launches it back at her. Spiraling through the air with human precision, the Snowball finds its target and... Imaguri!
おでこに直撃。
ごめん。岡崎くん。いきなり当たっちゃった。
Imaguri collapses under the impact, dramatically flopping onto the ground in a pile. The vibrations reverberate through the snow, causing a nearby tree to shake, including all snow that had been resting on the branches. It all comes crashing down, burying both Himaguri and her screams. I shiver just imagining how she must feel. But the war is on.
これで2対1ですね。さあ、次はどっちが投げてきます？
What do you think we should do?
かのかのから借りた G 訓導の本にはこう書いてあった。最初の一撃は軽く、相手の出方を見るように。
It's too late for that now. We already learned that a lousy attack will net you a counter.
どんどん行きますよ。カノンストレート。もう一発カノンストレート。
Did you have to shout the technique's name every time you throw?
そういうわけじゃないんですが、ここはビジュアル重視ってことで。
I don't think it adds much flair, to be honest. Still managed to dodge into him, but all of the throws are ridiculously fast and incredibly precise. She wasn't bluffing, she's having no trouble against us. If anything, we're the ones at a disadvantage. Continue to dodge, not having even a moment's respite to dig up Himaguri. Don't get hit, Yuki! I don't want to be left by myself this early on. We're only just getting
大
started.
丈夫。先輩の後ろにいるからユキには当たらないし。
Fine, you can use the time to think of a strategy to defeat her. That said, we're in an empty field, and one of us is already buried. Meanwhile, Yuki doesn't look like she'll prove very useful either. In any case, we have to counterattack. Take this!
止まって見えますよ。キャッチしてカノンカウンター。
Y'all didn't think of that! Have another one!
それもいただきます。
What? Predicting she would catch my first projectile, I launched another one as quickly as I could after the first. However, in an unbelievable display of dexterity, Calvin catches them both. Holy crap, Jess, how good are your reflexes?
マンションの3階から猫みたいに飛び降りられるくらいですかね。
Are you sure you're even human?
疑わしいこともあるけど、人類の限界は超えてないと思う。
さあ、お返ししますよ。両手でカノンカウンター。
Oh, dodge, Yuki! Someone managed to dodge a double attack aimed at both of us and regroup. However, we remain at the clear disadvantage. How is she able to use both of her hands to aim at different targets at the same time? That should be considered cheating.
そーら、畳みかけるようなカノンストレート。
Whoa!
優雅に流れるカノンストレート、アンダースローのカノンストレート、カノンストレートに清き一票
We're all just canon straights. That is bad, we can't stop her. But if you let her keep stomping all over us, we're done for.
そうでもない。
Oh, have you thought of something to turn the table?
イメージしてみて。古今東西、必殺技が破れるのは、相手に同じ技を使われたとき。
A C, I guess? I just thought about what you often see in Saturday morning cartoons. The hero ends up losing when the villain uses their own techniques against them. It might actually work on a hot-headed fighter like Kanon. In other words, I should just use the same techniques to face her head-on. In that case, I'll give her one of those ultra Kanon straight throws as well.
それだと普通に投げるだけだから、相手に与える衝撃の度合いが低そう。やるならカノンカウンターにするべき。
There's no way I can pull that off.
大丈夫。
Don't act all friendly and give me a thumbs up. We're in a dire situation here.
何をごちゃごちゃと相談してるんですか？隙だらけですよ、カノンストレート。なかなか粘りますね。もう一発、カノスト。
Don't shorten it! Snowballs fly all over the battlefield like bullets from a machine gun. If this goes on, we'll run out of stamina first. Either try what Yuki suggested, or...
そこ、タラチネの母を背負いてカノンストレート。
How dare you use pig Latin on me! This is it! I either get you before you get me, or I'm done for! I faced the approaching Snowball head-on and spread my fingers apart, aim my palm at it. With a cold sensation spread across my skin. I'm finished if I drop this now. Catch my fingers gripping the ball with the intent to hurl it back at Kanon. Here you go, you can have this back! No, too cold, help me how to counter! The fuck? Having her own technique stolen, Kanon stops in her tracks in disbelief as I launch my own counter. However, before it's able to leave my grasp, the snowball explodes in my hand. Oh. Through us freeze, shards of crushed snow spitting through the gaps between my fingers. Seems like I succeeded at imitating Kanon's counter, but I put too much strength into my grip, crushing the snowball in the process. Damn! Oh, I guess it was stupid to expect it to work on my first try.
ユキは崩れやすいですからね。勢いを殺してキャッチするのは結構難しいんですよ。
Here's the thing though, if you like have the snowball and just like grab it too tightly, it's just like sure, some of it's gonna get lost, but the rest of the snowball is still in your hand and it's just gonna be dense, so you can still fucking throw it. You're not gonna be fucking strong enough to just like hold this snowball and fucking crush it in your hand to fucking smithereens. Either that, unless the main character is just that fucking strong, which I doubt.
おっと、隙をつこうとしてもそうはいきません。
Single snowball slices through the air in the middle of Kanon's speech. Seems like Yuki tried to use our conversation to implement a sneak attack, but she got caught in the act.
さあ、返してあげますよ。これが
ふふ、かかったな、カノ。ここまでのすべてがおとり的なあれ。で、本命はこっち。
Yuki flashes a mischievous grin and a loud thud follows. She then kicks the tree next to her as hard as she can.
そんな。
The kick sends a tremor through the branches, and piles of delicately balanced snow come crashing down. Kanon ends up buried, unable to dodge such a wide-range attack. Yuki used my attempt to counter one of Kanon's special techniques to lead her to the tree, then distract her with a projectile of her own before triggering the main attack. Yuki?
ご苦労。必殺技返しが成功しようとしまいと、カノが気を取られていれば十分だった。はーい、カノアウト。
Yuki presses a snowball against Kanon's forehead when she finally resurfaces from the mountain of snow. With that, our match comes to an end with Kanon subjugated by our resident child of winter.
嘘。私の負けですか?
Oh, that was amazing, Yuki! An epic comeback!
当然。
まさか、雪を投げずに倒されるなんて。
油断大敵ってこと。ほら、雪まみれだし。
Yuki gives Kanon a hand and pulls her up, then starts brushing the snow off of her. Despite the usual antics, the two of them really do seem to be good friends.
はは、参りました。さすがはユキちゃんです。
めぐりんが犠牲になってくれたおかげで、このトラップを思いつくことができた。彼女の死が勝利につながったのだ。
Hey, don't kill her off just like... Huh? Wait a minute. Serious question. Do any of you remember where Himaguri got buried?
あ、
Himaguri is still buried in the snow from Conan's first encounter. Now in this vast snowy field, we have no idea where exactly it happened. I found her! She's here!
先輩大丈夫ですか？今掘り起こしてあげますからね。
言うことを聞くから墨田区についてだけは言わないで。
Hey, get a grip on yourself! Cast those weird illusions away!
寮のみんな連れてきた。
タルちゃん
遭難者が出たと聞いたが、どうやら見つかっ
Oops. After long and desperate search, Himaguri and Tarui was found buried deep beneath the snow. Chizuri and Perez joined us as well. Joined us as we all collectively nursed her back to life.
ふふふふふ。雪ってすごいね。冷たいんだけど、ずっと触ってるとあったかく感じるんだよ。不思議だよね。
You're scaring me, Himaguri.
もう、タルちゃんったら、いくら冬が好きでも無茶しすぎでしょ？
懐かしいな。私も雪の中に穴を掘って、冷凍マンモスごっこなどと言いながら、半日ほど埋まって過ごしたものだ。
Are you kidding me? She could have died. Deep in Chizuri's warm embrace, Himaguri continues to giggle humorlessly. As a fellow winter hater, and the mere thought of being trapped in the snow makes my heart freeze in terror.
ところでかのかの？まだ雪合戦の罰ゲームが終わってない。
やっぱりやらなくちゃダメですか？
当然。そもそもそっちが言い出したことだし。
ん？罰ゲームとは何だい？
雪合戦で負けた側はパンツの中に雪を入れるっていう勝負をして、私負けちゃったんです。
へえ、カノン君が負けるとは。よかったら詳しく聞かせてもらえるかな。
We began telling Prez about how our snowball fight played out, how Kono was unexpectedly strong, and how it was Yuki's wits that netted us the victory. Doing it all, Prez twirls her scarf around her fingers and lets out a high-pitched laugh.
それは傑作傑作。確かに油断大敵。一つ学んだね、カノン君。
とりあえずこっちは3人だから、みんなで1回ずつ雪を入れるってことで。
3回も入れられるんですか？
私はいいよ。全然役に立たなかったし。っていうか雪触りたくない。
I'll pass too. It's Yuki ultimately defeated Kanon, so I think she should do it. I also don't want to touch any more snow right now.
じゃあ雪はめぐりに譲ろう。
私に
Huh? Why are you looking at me?
全員でも構いませんよ。私は覚悟できました。3人で1回ずつ入れてください。
のんちゃん、そんなに無理しなくてもいいんだよ。
しずり先輩のフォローは嬉しいです。けど、やっぱり入れてください。もし、私が勝っていたら、全員のパンツに雪を入れていたと思います。だから、私も3人分の罰を受けるべきなんです。
Kanon takes off her coat and begins fiddling with her skirt.
潔しだね。それでこそだよ、カノン君。
You might be okay, but this is wrong on so many levels. I mean, I'm a man.
大丈夫です。男子に雪を入れられるくらい野良犬にでも噛まれたと思えば。
もう、だから無理しなくてもいいのに。
大丈夫、ノープロブレム。よく考えたら私だってミハル先輩のパンツに雪を入れることになってたかもなんですよ。
Yeah, I guess she would have. Did you not consider what would happen if she'd won? Oh, well, I suppose we hadn't either. In any case, it looks like she's made up her mind to take the punishment like a tough cookie.
よっしゃー、何もかも私にぶつけてください。お願いします。
かのかのは頑固なところがあるから、こうなったら聞かない。一思いにやってあげるべきかと。
But
大丈夫だ。老いたかそうでないかは、冬部部長。この稲葉うさぎが判断つかまつる。
it's a penalty, but I'm at risk of receiving a penalty myself. That's insane.
いざ、雪込めよーい
Really? So the events proceeded with everyone ignoring my opinion as usual. And now, someone ended up having to shove snow into a girl's underwear. Somehow, I suppose that's how Kanon works. When I came up with the penalty, you have to undergo it. Kanon lifts up her skirt and sticks her butt out
ミハ
towards
ル
me.
先輩、できればあまり見ないでほしいんですけど。
Okay, I won't look. I'm just gonna get this over with quickly. I'm doing my best to avert my eyes, but Kanon is a girl around my own age, and her shapely thighs are clad in tight shorts. As a guy, I'd worry that my dong had frozen off if the sight didn't make my heart rise.
じゃ、まずはユキから。
ああ、ユキちゃん、嬉しそうですね。
なんていうかあれ。仕留めた獲物をかさばいてる気分。
それが勝利というものだ。リスクを冒し、報酬を得ねば、ただの遊びでしかない。
はあ、みんな仲良しなはずなのに。
As everyone discussed the situation, Yuki grabs some snow and approaches Kanon. And
我慢して。こうしないと入れられないでしょ。
I can totally see her panties! A plain triangular piece of white cloth peeks out from the back of Kanon's shorts. Come to think of it, I've never seen Kanon's underwear, and since she always wears those shorts. Wait, why am I even thinking about her panties? I can almost hear her butt crack at this point.
ミハル先輩、
I'm not looking! I'm not looking!
おうさっきからチラチラと気にしているようだが。
What? I seriously was
じ
looking!
ゃあ、かのかののパンツは何色？
Green maybe?
ずいぶん考えてから言ったね。ちなみに、本当に無罪の人が取り調べを受けた場合、大抵はわかりませんと答えるそうだが。
じゃあ、とりあえず違う色を答えた岡崎くんは。
Don't look at me like that! I have no ulterior motives! Literally zero!
ま、多少は見ないと雪を入れられないから、かのかのも覚悟しといて。そんな！とりあえず1回目。
Her cries reverberated like a rooster's screech across the snowy fields. Her underwear must be so cold.
おじいちゃん事件です。カノンさんは今大変なことに。のんちゃん、もういいでしょ、やめよう。いいえ、最後までやってください。1回やっちゃったんですから、2回も3回も同じです。次の人どうぞ。でも
武士の情けでパンツを引っ張る役目はユキが続ける。あとの2人も早く。
Himaguru, you can go first.
そんな早く。慈悲の心があるなら早く終わらせてください。まったくもう、カノンちゃんは無茶ばっかりして。
Still hesitating, Himaguri grabs some snow and approaches Kanon. Just she proclaimed, Yuki is still holding on to Kanon's panties.
それじゃあごめんね。違うところに冷たいのがさっきと違うところに。
That's actually just the same place, though.
ごめんね、冷たいよね、ごめんね。
Kanon's body twitches all over, hopelessly trying to stay warm. But the more she struggles, the more her panties stretch, digging into her crotch. It's getting seriously hard to avert my eyes at this point. Now it's me and you'll be done. Just me and
先
you'll
輩、
be done.
こんな私でも未来の彼氏とか旦那様がいるかもしれないんです。
I know, everyone's watching and I'd rather not have them lynch me in all this snow. I'll make it quick.
お願いします。
Scoop some snow from the ground, preparing to carry out the penalty. Feels cold as hell to the touch. I'm seriously glad I'm not the only one on the receiving end. Can't look at her. directly, but from the corner of my eye, I catch a glimpse of the snow covering her bucket bag. Is it okay if I drop it around
もう
here?
少し右。あと、ちょっと上。
置いては雪埋めの刑だからね。
Why did your threat get even worse? Okay, I'm doing it, Kanon!
どうぞ。
Why is she fucking drooling at this point? Exhaling a long, wide breath, Kanon lets out an ear-piercing scream to the heavens as snow mercilessly ravages her panties. Only glimpse at it and glimpse it in passing, but I'm sure I could see that the first batch of snow had already started melting and was now dribbling down her crotch.
白銀の世界に響く喘ぎ声。ある種風流だね。
What?
君も思わないか？普段は破天荒で暴走気味のカノン君がこうして悩ましくもだえていると、同性の私でもさすがにそそるものがある。
うさうさ、それとても同感。ユキでもちょっとゾクゾクする。
Y'all say this!
ユキちゃん、今取りましたね。
これを取らずにいられるか。
もうそろそろ話してあげて。
ちなみにこの雪はいつ出せば。
カノン君、君が勝者ならこの3人にいつまで入れさせていた？
寮に帰るまでです。
開催ならばそこがゴール地点だ。しかしこの状況で正直に答えるなんて、さすがはカノン君だね。
So the penalty comes to an end with Kanon receiving 3 scoops of snow directly into her panties. And then to top it all off, she has to pull up her shorts with the snow still in her underwear. So I'm just imagining the feeling is making me shiver.
はい。大丈夫？大丈夫です。
Kanon walks in short, awkward steps, nothing like a penguin. I don't even want to imagine how cold she must be. So glad. I'm so glad we didn't lose.
どうやら今日の雪合戦は楽しそうだ。これから私たちも参戦して。
Whoops. What? What kind of monster are you?
でも部長、私パンツの中に雪が入れるとこ見てましたよね。
つまりこうすればいいのかい？
Prez grabs some snow and pulls her skirt up. Then our esteemed leader shoves it into her own panties.
さすがに冷えるね。
自分で自分に入れた。もうまた無茶なことをして。
なんてクレイジーな。でも、うさうさのそういうとこ素敵。
さあ、これで私もカノン君と同じ条件。ハンデなしだ。
Definitely not in the same position as far as sanity is concerned, though.
なるほど。これは冬と一体化したようで心地よくもあるな。
なんて人ですか、あなたは。悔しい。でもかっこいい。
さて、雪合戦を始めるとしよう。私は問題なく参加できるぞ。
やります。私だって問題なく参加します。こっちも冬と一体化してますし。もう、うさ先輩。対抗するカノンじゃんもカノンじゃんだよ。
And it'd be one thing if they were children, but they're supposed to be responsible young women, beautiful ones too, depending on their perspective. But for me, both their phases and proportions leave little to complain about. And yet, they want to have a snowball fight with snow in their underwear. We, the only ones with common sense here, just stare at them in exasperation, no longer caring about the outcome. Come on, you can barely even walk normally.
恥ずかしながら、この烈風時の勢力 90% ダウンの模様です。つきましては、ご助力を、何とぞご助力を、
Ah, fine! But we're not doing any more penalties. I've ended up being pulled into more ridiculous nonsense by the most unique group of girls in existence, yeah, for whatever reason my lips curl up into a smile. Since when did I start participating in silly games without overthinking the relations between all the participants? Now to think about it, I've been doing my best to avoid these kinds of activities for my whole life, so I have no memories of anything like this. Still hate the cold, but part of me actually finds some of this appealing. Except for the penalties, of course. I'm gonna end the part here today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time, bye-bye. I accidentally only paused the recording. Whoops. See you next time, bye-bye. Next try.